Happy 4th of July. Oh, yes.
Happy 4th of July.
We are celebrating our nation's independence.
We really are.
Apparently.
By stroking our own egos. Yes.
And wearing gang-patterned paisley shirts.
This is an American shirt.
That is not.
It looks like a picnic table.
Yeah.
This is America at its finest.
It's not. I wouldn't step foot in a back alley wearing that.
Elliot, can you remind me of something?
I can remind you of something.
What are the 3 colors on our majestic flag? Old Glory.
Oh, you mean red?
Mm-hmm.
White?
Uh-huh.
Blue?
Oh, let me see. Red, white, and blue. And what do we do on 4th of July to celebrate?
Spend money on illegal fireworks?
We eat hot dogs.
Real bad.
What do you think these little things are? These little explosions?
Gunshots.
No.
Oh.
Also American.
Yes, very American. No, these are the bursts of fireworks.
Is that what it said when you bought it on the tag?
I'm about to burst.
Can I ask you?
William Knife Man.
Okay. Can I ask you, what's more American than our very own best American, Snoop D-O-double-G?
Is he number 1 American?
I mean, not only is
he number 1 American all time?
Not only is he number 1 All-American, he's also friends with Martha Stewart,
Yeah.
who's also super American. She insider traded. That's what Americans do.
That's pretty cool.
And she has street cred.
That's what every
She has
politician
street
does.
cred, yeah.
And she makes apple pies. I believe this to be the most American shirt in the bitch right now. Okay, Look at you.
Yeah,
I said wear American stuff. You didn't wear American stuff.
I did.
I asked Jess wear American stuff. She wore a Oklahoma shirt.
It's red.
I'm as American as it gets.
USA pants.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that.
I would argue that
We got
my
NASCAR shirt
NASCAR's
Brother.
pretty American.
and a baseball cap. That's 3 for 3 American. Or put the score up. 3 for 3 American.
no, I am definitely all-time American up in this bitch on 4th of July. Yes,
I have hot dogs on my nails.
that's pretty good. Though.
This is American.
You got DS on your shirt.
I thought it was SD.
No, the D's on top of the S.
It says dog supply or something like
Oh,
that.
No, I think it says does suck.
Whatever.
Ew.
What was it?
Stop. I hate that. Oh, I hate when you do that.
Why do you hate?
That's like my least
when
favorite.
I do this?
Because your tongue is so big. You know that scene in White Chicks when he's like, sorry, my
Oyster.
tongue's kind of big. And it's like,
The whole
blah, blah,
screen.
blah. That's what that reminds me of.
I just want to have some fun times. I saw this and I thought, man, that really brings out
Also-
my American pride.
You're wearing a Canadian on your chest.
Yeah. Wow.
No,
Very
I'm wearing-
anti-American.
He's Canadian.
No, the guy who plays him is Canadian.
No.
Wade Wilson's an American, thank you.
No, he's a Canadian.
Not in real life.
Wade Wilson's Canadian, bro.
I believe he is an American.
I believe Wade Wilson's Canadian.
Let me check. Wade Wilson.
You're about to feel so dumb.
Hey, I will feel stupid if I am wrong. Okay, so I'll check it right now. Deadpool. Okay. He's not Canadian. He's Canadian.
Okay.
Well, it says
Well, if you think about it, they're about to be the 51st state, so therefore they are just American pending, you know?
yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Elliot. Anyways, good morning. We came in on 4th of July because why the hell not? And also, Jess is going to be gone for like the next 18 months. So,
Oh, no, I'm not.
yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
She's on a sabbatical.
I'm
Like,
not.
Me and Elliot were talking about you the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, man. Jess is, and he's all going through it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone just keeps dying around me. It's diabolical.
Yeah, like what's going on with that?
There's a lot of death. They say death comes in threes. I'm on 2 for 3 right now,
You
so
need to stay in frame.
I would really love it if you guys.
say that when she's talking about it comes in threes, and I'm 2 for 3.
I'm 2 for 3, so I need you guys to stay at home. Stay in your rooms. Don't go anywhere.
Hide your kids. Hide your
kids,
family.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't think me staying at home is even an option right now.
It's not.
It's not.
It's
And,
not.
and we're going to get into that. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to everyone who is on Twitch at twitch.tv/the Do Over Podcast. We got some people watching on their day off, so I appreciate that. Also, everyone that's on the YouTube sub. Okay? It's free. All you do is click on it. And also, we have some goodies going out starting on Monday to our Patreon people. I'm going to be giving out our brand new shirt design. I'm going to be doing 2 of them a week until we get everyone a shirt. So
Is
if
that
you're,
the shirt that my knockers are huge?
they're not gigantic.
Are you kidding me?
Ginormous.
You gave me the biggest titties of all time.
I did not give you biggest
You
titties.
gave me the biggest titties.
I
Which
did not
thank
give
you.
you-
I appreciate
I
that.
didn't give you biggest titties ever. They're very proportional to your body.
Elliot,
They're pretty up there.
Oh my
They're
God, you guys are so no.
I appreciate.
No.
I'm not mad. I appreciate that you see me in this way. But
Listen, to anime standards, Elliot, can you not confirm that this is not giant titties?
Look, to anime standards, I've seen bigger. But
all of them are bigger.
Not all of them.
They're very proportional to her body in that picture.
they're really not.
It's pretty massive.
Regardless, it's a pretty sick design. Here it is. If you
Ew.
like it,
Don't do it with that noise.
if you like it, Patreon is where you want to be. Okay, and we'll just do randoms until they're all done. Oh God, it's gonna be one of those. Why do we even come in today? Like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
We're feeling a little
Shout out
free.
to all of our sponsors. We have some new people in the works too that are going to be coming on very, very soon. So big shout out to everyone who sponsors our show. It allows us to keep on doing that. We really do appreciate it. Now, Elliot.
Now, Jess.
Now, Drew.
Yes,
That's how it works.
let's-
Now, work.
we're gonna go into all of our 4th of July plans coming up in a second, but I want to catch up with everyone, especially the kiss of death over here, who can't stop killing everyone around them.
It's the craziest.
What
thing.
is going on, dude?
I don't know.
How was the funeral? It's like too sad to be there. Like,
What a question to start things off.
Well-
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad was the funeral?
I mean, she died tragically, so
And,
that
like,
was
young,
like,
too. It's
yeah.
like,
So
yeah.
that was not. It was a very packed church, so she was obviously very loved. So that was cute.
yeah,
But do I love funerals? No. You
No.
know, not. But the weirdest thing happened.
what?
Okay, so she was a huge Taylor Swift fan. I don't have any Taylor Swift on my phone because I'm not, as you know, not a fan. I got in my car and I turned my phone on shuffle and Taylor Swift came on.
Oh no way!
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I feel like that was her like parting ways with me.
Like, you need to be a Swiftie, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I go, figure it out.
Yeah. Why aren't you
So-
listening, bitch?
Yeah. So I thought that was cute. But yeah. And then my brother's best friend's dad, who is like a family friend of ours, passed away also pretty tragically. So, you know,
Our condolences
Thank
to the
you.
families.
thank you. But I will be here. His funeral is actually on a Wednesday.
Okay.
So I will not be missing the pod.
Well, good, and not good that people died, but good that you're here.
Mhm.
I very much so enjoy my Jess time.
I feel like you don't.
I do.
No, I feel
You're
like you don't.
one of my favorite
no,
people.
I feel like you don't. Because
Are we doing this again? Is
we're
this going to
doing
be every
it.
episode?
No, we're doing it because let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
okay?
something.
Let me tell you something. So all week I've been like, are we coming in on Friday? No one answers me. Hi guys. And then Orc and Elliot are like, I could go. And then but Drew says nothing. And I'm like, okay.
response.
And then Drew's like, I kind of think that like we're probably not all gonna make it. So like it's fine. So I'm like, okay.
No response.
So no response. So then a couple days ago, I'm like, hey guys, what did we decide? And he's like, well, if you don't want to come, you don't have to. And I was like, I have been asking.
Okay, so the other day, this is all true. This is a true story. I just been slammed. We'll get into it, but out of nowhere, when you start making yourself laugh hysterically and you shouldn't, like it's just one of those things. I start calling Jess a communist.
And he loved it. And I'm at work.
I was
and
crying.
he sends me a
laughing.
voice memo of him laughing so hard. And my client's like, what is happening? And I was like, I'm being called a commie by my good pal over here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, like, what's the haps? But he was already mad at me from last week.
I'm I'm not mad at you at all. At
Bull
all.
honky.
It's not bull. I'm not
It's
mad
not
at
very
you.
American of you to lie today.
Oh my God. Well, yes, it is. Americans lie all the
They
time.
sure do.
Especially our government. Yeah.
But it's not
They
very
just sprinkle
American.
it into our bills so we
Yeah.
don't actually read because Americans
Yeah.
don't read.
It's not very American still.
Yeah, we'll cover that in Drew's news.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Cowabummer.
you definitely.
She gobble on my glizzy. Jams bam. What the fuck?
Who
He was
gobbles
talking-
on your glizzy?
So when you guys were talking, I was reading chat, and I participate in chat because
Uh-huh.
they're there. And they were asking, we need a hot dog contest. And somebody said their money was on Drew. Somebody said their money was on Elliot. Hashtag Glizzy Gobbler. And I was like, when she gobble on my glizzy.
Did you get your glizzy gobbled?
Jess.
We have some new. By the way, we have some new emotes courtesy of Orky. If you are,
They're pretty swaggy.
Yeah,
they are
they're
pretty
pretty cool.
swaggy.
I'm gonna go ahead and post the Orc Power Up one right here. Boom.
Hit him with that Friday Gator.
Yeah. We got some new ones. So if you wanted emotes for subbing to our Twitch, there you go. It's a work in progress because obviously we have insane lives.
We do.
And
You know?
yeah.
I got some insane lives. You know? Dude, there's this one time. There's this one time I was driving down the 99, turned over to the 41. And I was like, that's insane, huh?
Elliot.
Californians.
I hit the 180.
You go back to the mall where you belong.
Now, Elliot,
Now, Drew.
how's your week, dude?
Week was it was a bit of a doozy, a little doozer.
You
You
had
know?
your first.
I had my first midterm of stats. I was the last person to finish. I was what was a 2-hour time test turned into a 4-hour test. I was so late, I was so slow that the security officer that was locking up the school was like, "AOB, wrap it up." I was like, I promise I'm almost done.
Wait, the security officer came up to you. He's like,
Like, he-
dude,
they
you're
were so-
taking too long.
He-
He's all.
It was like, it's about 10, it's about 10:15, 10:30.
His whole calculator app.
It was about 10:15, 10:30. It's just me and my and I feel bad. I really
He has
appreciate
a
my.
family to go home
I
to.
know,
Elliot.
and he not only did he like stay the entire time, but he actually like, I think I don't want to say he took pity on me, but like he helped me with like some of the last parts of the question. He's just like, "This is you have the equation written down.
Elliot's
You just
all-
got to find it now."
Elliot's
And I was
all,
like,
what does this say? He's all multiplication.
Can you read it to me?
please read me the questions?
yeah, but yeah, and then finally, like at about 10:30, the security officer, he kind of did the open door knock. It's like and he's just like, "Hey,
security officer.
it's been a long week. All right, I want to hear it with your red.
I didn't know if you caught on to that.
I don't want to hear it from
you
Mr.
said that.
Canada over there and Mrs. Are you drinking urine? What is that?
Oh my god.
No, it's pee.
Shut it, Sebastian.
I'm fucking great. Okay, so what?
What did
Security
the
officer.
officer say?
What did officer say? Yeah,
Officer.
What did officer say?
officer.
Christopher.
Octofer.
Christopher.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, man. Like, wrap it up, dude." So I finished. I got home at about 1:30 a.m.
Oh Christ.
Woke up in the morning and my midterm was graded and
What'd
he
you
gave
get?
it to us in a math equation
Oh no.
with the average and the median and the standard deviation, which was rad. I got a 74, but the class is graded on a curve, so I think I did a little better.
That's
So
good.
C's get degrees.
They sure do.
I don't want to see. So, I mean, I really got to kick ass and take names for the final in 2 weeks. But
I asked him. I was like, does he grade on a curve? And he's like, yes, he
I
does.
said,
Mhm.
thank God.
Thank God that he
Yeah,
does. But
because,
did you
we were
say
all-
that everyone struggled?
Oh, yeah.
Like-
We, so I got on campus at like 3 and I was just, I text like, "Hey, I'm here early if anybody wants to cram." And they're like, "We already have a study group upstairs." I was like, "All right, I'll head up." There was like 8 or 9 of us just in this small room trying to go over as many notes as possible.
You have a little friend group?
I mean, there's only like 20, 21 of us.
Are they
That's
your little
really
buddies now?
cute.
Do you have like a little group chat
Yeah,
going?
that's
Like,
really cute.
I have like 6 group chats with my classmates because a lot of our work is in like groups. So
you
you'll have
them
like a
better
group.
than us?
Do you like them better than
Yeah.
us? But than me and Jess?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't correct every word that I say, so
It's
they're
not
they're definitely rising up in the polls.
They
This
will.
officer-
Yeah. I'm sorry that I didn't understand what offer meant.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
See, that's not. Hold on. That's not a good excuse to be like, okay, I said the completely wrong word, but you know what I meant, so just let me go. I'm trying to help you be better. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to help you be a better man.
No,
That's me
you're
helping
interrupting story.
you. No,
You're interrupting story.
that's a funny part of the story when you say offer.
You bring it up at the end. It's like when you have corrections after class. You'd be like, oh, and by the way, you have this on a footnote.
You
Okay.
said
You read the
officer-
story and then footnote.
Oh.
You don't interrupt footnote.
So does Lady Jam see you working
Mm.
so hard?
Mm.
Nonstop.
Does
I stay on my grind all time.
Does it turn her on? She's like, ooh, Elliot,
Gloop gloop.
you are.
All right, guys.
Or is she like this? Why are
Get
you
away
go-
from me.
Why are you gone all the time?
I'm exhausted.
How's it? How's the Lady Jams and Elliot life?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it always is. Because I'm working my arse off, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then she takes care of the nest for me.
Wow.
Wow, look at this. He's totally going back to the 1950s.
He sure is.
That's
It's
right.
gonna be like one of these days.
Go
if it
to
doesn't
old
work
school,
out,
baby.
if it doesn't work out, I become a police officer.
Protecting
No,
the raw.
If it doesn't work out, we need to be on Schmooishmide watch. That's the
Oh,
that's
no.
what's happening.
We have already had side
Yeah.
conversations about this. If anything happens that does not go in a positive way for Elliot and Lady Jams, we're gonna have to put them in a room,
Yep. Solitary confinement.
solitary confinement for at least a couple of months to
I'd
keep an
find a
eye on
way.
them. What?
He said he
You'd find a way.
That's
said
the
that?
other day Silks was like, "You can't leave me. I'll take Nixie and Oswald and lock ourselves in a room."
I love it.
And I was like, "Okay."
Well, I like that he said locked in a room and not throw them in a garbage can.
No, he
No,
said
they're his now.
yeah. He said I would take them and run and lock ourselves in a room. And I was like, "Well,
That's another
why
thing
are you
I-
so obsessed with me?"
That's another thing. I can't afford to blow this because I have grown very fond of our pets and
Yeah.
I won't get them. I won't get them
No, you wouldn't.
When me and Sarah broke
unless
up,
I take them.
when me and Sarah broke up 10 years ago, or something like
Yeah.
that, I had a cat,
Mm-hmm.
Mama Kitty,
Mm-hmm.
right? Her name was Letty.
Mm-hmm.
And
Chevy to the Letty, but the Letty was right.
no, this is funny. So I loved this cat, right? And when we split, like the cat just stayed at her house.
Oh.
So, and she was a normal looking, happy cat, whatever.
Yeah.
When we reconnected a year later, she had gained like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
The cat was a football,
Yeah.
like a basketball,
Hers
dude.
was happy with her mom.
I just eating
Got
and eating.
lazy.
And I was
Yeah.
like, why is this cat so fat? She's
Yeah.
like, she likes to eat.
That's my Wanda.
I was like, you don't say.
Mm-hmm.
What gave it away? The diabetes?
The
Mhm.
diabetes cat
The cat diabetes?
just walking around all.
Would she do
Out of breath.
anything to like?
Meow. Meow.
She's all breathing
I
out.
know. Would she do anything to like make you feed her?
No, we just always kept the bowl filled. And like, look, I really firmly believe there's a lot of people now on YouTube and like the internet, like doing, in my opinion, kind of unnecessary weird things, feeding their pets. We saw
Mhm.
one a couple of weeks ago, just all, and it's like their little, it's like a $50 meal
Mhm.
for their pet. And I'm like, okay, give them some fucking kibble and stop. Right. I wish my animals could just have a full bowl at all times.
Mhm.
They would never be hungry. They would just eat. These animals refuse to eat during the day. And I'm like slammed busy. So when I get up, I'm usually gone
Yeah.
until like 4 or 5 p.m., if not later at times. And they just don't eat. So I have to feed them this huge calorically dense meal because these are big dogs.
Mhm.
and I feed them all in rotation. The Danes eat first, Ollie eats second, Bailey, the Cocker Spaniel, eats last, right? But I have to be standing there. And I have to give them these huge bowls of food. So they're so big, by the time nighttime comes around, they are fucking insane.
Yeah.
They're like, and I'm like, I've tried it. I've tried breaking them of this habit by just putting food in the bowl and refusing to feed them and be like, you'll get hungry enough to eat.
And they won't.
They will not.
They have separation anxiety.
I can't fix it. I don't know.
Can you watch me eat?
I don't know how to fix
somebody
that.
might get me.
Do you have? Do any of your animals do that?
Wanda
will not eat if you're standing there.
Oh, no. Wanda, if we had a full bowl of food, she would eat it constantly. She's fat. And if we do not feed her the way she wants to be fed, she does this really cute thing where she starts biting the TV.
What?
She likes the taste of static.
I will send you a
sour.
picture. It's like the sides of our TV are completely chewed up because she knows that we like TV time.
Yeah.
And she will jump on the entertainment center and like.
Do you think she sees like? Do you think she sees like the food commercials? Like, oh, I'm so hungry, I could eat.
It's this whole thing, and now so she'll start doing that, and I have been like, don't feed her because this is what she's gonna do. Like, stop.
It's like a Chili's triple platter commercial.
Literally.
Ribs. I want some of them ribs, Ma.
Literally, and Chris will be like, well, if I don't feed her, she'll just keep doing it, and I'm like. She'll figure it out eventually. But now that then Nixie goes, because she knows she's about to get fed. So then she starts freaking out. Oswald doesn't give fuck. Oswald is just like, whatever, you know. But it turns into this whole thing. This happens morning, afternoon, night, 3 a.m.
No way.
4 times.
Damn,
4
no
times a
way.
day.
Why don't you get her a slow feeder or something?
We just leave a bowl out and Camaro just eats it when we're asleep. It's very nice.
That's the dream.
That is the dream.
That's the dream.
He eats when we're asleep. He poos when we're asleep. He does it all. He takes himself out. He goes into the backyard himself.
What a good
takes
guy.
care of business. Comes right back
He's
in.
a good boy.
He's a good boy.
That is the dream. The going outside is not a problem. It's just the feeding, and it's not like it puts me out so bad that it's a pain in the ass to do. I do it every day because I want to make sure that they have enough calories. Because again, I have to feed them 2,400 calories each a day at least.
Yeah.
And preferably, I'd be feeding him like 3,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
Because these dogs are so big. But I don't know what to do. Like, I was literally considering hiring a professional to train them to do 2 things. One, leave me the fuck alone. Because they never leave me alone. They'll just be on my ass at all times, and it drives me insane.
But they're so cute.
They're cute, but it's like, dude, leave me the fuck alone.
Are they like that with Sarah?
No.
That's because you're their alpha.
I think they're like that with me mostly, not all the time with the other people, but it's like whoever's in the house at that time, they'll do that. They'll just be like,
what are you doing?
Just staring at them with their big, dumb, cute faces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, back the fuck off of me. But then I like grabbed her face and I go like this, and then I hug him and then I'm like, well, we're fine.
No,
Yeah.
we're cool.
Changed.
We're cool, man. We're cool.
You want to hear about my week?
Sure. Let's hear about your week.
I'm going to do 2 things in this breakdown of my week. 1, I'm going to tell you just how crazy busy it's been. But 2, it's a warning to people that are thinking about buying or selling real estate with someone either that you know, right? That it's like my cousin's sister's friend's brother is a real estate agent and he's done like 1 deal in 4 years. Okay. There are so many agents in this town that are absolutely horrible. Now, I've had to deal with a couple Nepo babies in my lifetime. Couple of like, they got their status from their fathers or mothers or parents.
They're from illustrious bloodline.
There are some, how do I put this? So if you cannot help being born into something, right? So if you're born into privilege, that's not your fault. That's why I hate it when people are like, oh, you so privileged. Shut the fuck up. I was born. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry for being born, dude.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. That's the way I look at it. Like, that's stupid. You can't judge people on that. However, if you are born in privilege, it does matter for you to A, gain perspective of people that are not, and then work hard to pick up the pieces if you are due to inherent blank, right? And I've dealt with people that had very successful parents and did inherit status, but worked their ass off to get that status. Like my broker is one of them, comes from a very successful family, but he's a cool ass fucking guy. And he's empathetic and he understands and he's good for business and he worked his ass off. That's how you do it. Even though you're born into it, put in the work to understand it. And then, you know, all three of us and other people have dealt with Nepo babies that did not deserve what the fuck they had. And then they come in like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And then they ruin everything, right?
Potentially, yeah.
I was dealing with an agent that is such a strange Nepo baby piece of shit that I feel like he feels like he's untouchable. So let me give you a scenario. Ethics are the most important thing when you're in real estate, period. Like, you always advocate for your client. You can never lie. You can never not show your client communication between the other side. You can't. You cannot withhold information from your client because you have a fiduciary responsibility to him, meaning that you are protecting
a fiduciary
responsibility. That means you are protecting their money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, without getting into all the jargon, I believe this is what I feel. Okay. I feel like he withheld a counter offer from a client so he or another person that works with him could get the other end of the deal, which is a big no-no. And I feel like because of his family status, he feels like he can get away with it because they are pretty prominent. And I'm keeping my eyes on that deal like a hawk because if that deal closes, because how do I put this? I put in an offer for my client. They were going back and forth. We put in a counter to their counter and we were waiting for a response and had zero communication. And these people are like smoking hot buyers, all cash, quick close, like the best kind of buyer you can get.
Okay.
Right. And you eliminate a lot of problems with finance deals if they're all cash. It's just quick. Right. To not get a response, to not be anything articulated to us that there's any other offer on the table smells funny to me. Because if I'm selling a house and Jess comes in and she's like, well, I have a client, they're cash, and Elliot comes in and they're financed, I would want to get the cash people up because now I'm eliminating an appraisal issue, length issue. You know, sometimes people will pull out and look at another house. So I'd articulate to you, we have Elliot's offer. Bring your people up so we can go with you to eliminate that. Nothing was communicated to me. Nothing. So I have a feeling that either it was their own client so they can get paid double the commission or one of their associates so they can get paid double the commission. And if that deal closes and I look at who's on the other side and that's the case, oh, all hell's about to break loose because I almost guarantee you that he didn't show them to him.
Yeah.
And it's just, you need to work and actually try to earn what you have. Even worse for the Nepo baby. Like, at least the trust fund baby, like the trust fund babies, I have more respect for almost. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because it's like, you know, whatever. You know, like, yeah, you're sitting on all your money and you're just doing whatever you want. Cool. You know what I mean? That's awesome. You just have it and you do whatever you want. And that's cool. You're just living your life. You were inherited this great wealth. And as long as if you're nice to people, I don't give a shit. Yeah. The Nepo baby's worse because if they don't put in the work and they just come in and feel like they deserve control of a company or status or authority because of who their family is without doing the work, and then they just make the stupidest decisions or the stupidest calls or do the stupidest things, I'm like, these people suck. Even worse. And the funny thing is, I have asked 5 or 6 colleagues, because I have a bunch of different deals going right now, what they thought about that guy. Mm-hmm. And that unanimously, they all hate him. And I'm like,
got some real estate drama.
Well, I'm just like, dude, that tells me that you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're just a shitty person.
We really should follow Drew with cameras, and we should just do like Real Estate Fresno.
Oh my God.
Like one of those real
Yeah.
estate shows.
Yeah, like
Just
the Real
put like
Housewives.
suspenseful music, and he can just be like, "What do you mean this deal's not going to work?" And then we'll go to like an interview portion of Drew's like, "If I don't get this deal done, I'm kaput."
I'm
and it's just like dun
Smoking a cigarette.
And then it comes back with all this playful music, like do Real Estate Fresno. We go to a different person. You'd be like, "Yeah, I'm showing out this beautiful 3-bedroom home, way overpriced, but let's see if we can bring it down." There's your show.
I'm in.
Put it on the E channel.
I'm in.
Well, I think that honestly, that's kind of the problem. Some of these agents feel like this is like $1 million listing, and it's not, dude. It's
Yeah.
like your job's easy.
Yeah.
Your job's easy. Sell the fucking house, negotiate with me. If articulate yourself, like communication is key. We talked about it all the time. Communicate with people.
It is the most important skill you can have as an adult.
Because if you don't communicate with me and there's no way for me to know that they need something, then you are doing wrong by your client because you could have got them more money. So if
Mhm.
you're just ignoring us, like you're breaking your ethics to your client. And I really get very passionate about that shit because some of these agents, I do not understand how they have business. Like, how do you have a listing and you won't even respond to people trying to buy the house? You won't answer the phone if they want to see it. I had an agent the other day because I got 2 people in contract this week, both rather large deals. One is about $630,000. The other one's about $710,000. Okay. One of the agents I called and I was like, "Hey, we're thinking about putting in an offer." And she was like, "Well, I'm going to be out of town until after 4th of July. So we're not going to do anything until then." And I'm like, "Yeah, but your house has been on the market for 2 months and you just did a price reduction. So if I send you an offer, you're not going to respond? Like you're not going to do anything?" Like you need to respond.
Yeah.
You are being trusted with hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity for your client. Your job is to not worry about yourself. It's to worry about what you're doing for them. Then after you're done, you can have your fun time. Clients come first, dude, always. So it just pisses me off when it's not only poor communication, poor ethics, and then on top of that, they feel like they can get away with anything they want to do because of their status.
Yeah.
And that's just incorrect. That is not a good place. So just know, if you are going to buy or sell real estate, pick someone that will do this. Hello. That's one of the most important things. And also make sure you trust them, because if they're just fucking odd, like if they're just odd people, which that dude was kind of just weird
Or wackadoodle.
or just wacky, find someone else and get someone that actually does regular business. You don't want someone that's just being like, "Hey, I do this on the weekends sometimes," trying to sell your house. Because I've seen $1 million homes that had phone pictures that were all jank like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, you can't spend $150 on photos for a house that you're going to make $30,000 on.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a really baller entrance, Put it at an angle.
It's so stupid, dude.
Put it at 0.5 to make it look really
Oh,
grand,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
my whole week has been dealing with that. Lots of showings, lots of real estate stuff. I'm like insanely busy right now, which I'm very blessed for, but it is very draining because, you get up at 7 or 8 o'clock or whatever, and then you're going until 10, 11. And then I have other stuff on top of that, family stuff, podcast stuff like that. So it's like, it's constantly go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And I woke up sore as all hell today.
You've been working now?
Been hitting the
No.
gym.
No.
Hitting
You've
a little,
been doing your
no.
fitty sit-up,
No.
fitty push-up
hit
situation?
a little.
I will say though, Sarah's been going to the gym
Oh.
regularly.
Shout out Sarah Bear.
And I was like, what, you toning up to leave me? Is that
Yeah.
is that the case?
Pretty much.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Maybe.
Okay. Because I've seen this happen.
Uh-huh.
So I know I'm not making this up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have you seen like people that are in relationships and like one of them gets like super like fit
Yeah.
out of nowhere? Because I've seen this several
Me
times
too.
over.
Yeah.
And then that person resents the other person for either A, not doing it alongside with them, or B, loving them when they were not what they perceive as their best self. They resent the other person being like, you loved me at my worst and you wanted to keep me there. So now I'm just liberated. And do you think that that's an excuse just to leave the other person?
No, I have seen this with some like people that I know where like this one girl, she had lost, I think 100 pounds. Like she lost a lot of weight. And then I saw her one day and she like looked a certain way. And then I saw her, a different day and she was like a little skinnier. And then I saw her a different day and I was like, dang, dude, you're like killing it. And she was like, yeah, I am getting a divorce. And I was like, period. Like,
it's like, I'm dropping all this extra dead weight.
Yeah. I think that I think it's a thing where girls, especially maybe guys do it too. I've only seen it with girls where girls get super hot and then they start getting more attention.
Yeah.
And maybe, like when they were heavier, maybe they've been heavier the whole time they've been with like their person that they married or whatever. And they didn't get a chance to like be their quote unquote like favorite version of themselves. And then they start getting this certain attention and they want to go like see what that feels like. So they get divorced.
So
Sarah's probably doing that.
Damn.
No. Sarah's already gotten plenty of attention.
I'm sure she has big titties.
Yeah. No, she's already gotten plenty of attention. She's doing it for like herself. She wants to feel better and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Good.
Yeah.
I don't, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to.
Drew, you're getting to the point now where you and Sarah both should try and match, like work until you match Eddie from Visalia.
Oh my God.
So by the time you're, 55 and ancient, just so
we need to follow up on that, by the way.
Eddie. So.
Is he 55?
So old.
So what? Are you going to take him up on the challenge or what?
Whatever he wants to do.
You completely skirted that, by the way.
I didn't skirt it.
Yes, you did.
What did I miss?
Eddie from Visalia called.
Through a very open challenge of anything. So there's no actual.
Okay, but I feel like he's a little bit cheating the system.
I think he's admitted that he's cheating the system a little bit.
See, this boy, all natural.
So that's what you have
right
to
here,
do.
Golden Corral. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you should just do one Ozempic shot and then one steroid shot and then go from there.
Yeah, a little cocktail.
Yeah, and then see what happens.
Trenzempic.
Dude, I would totally do steroids. Give me some steroids.
You should. You should ask Eddie.
Yeah. I don't know. The guy that
just a little bit.
The guy that
could you imagine
to see me? He did steroids.
Could you imagine Drew already as stressed as can be, roid raging?
I rage enough already.
I think I'd
Damn it, Jess breaks the door off.
I'd be leaving the podcast. He'd probably start talking about my weight.
My God. I'm never going to live this down. One time. Literally once. One single time.
Jess is on her A game today.
No. One single time, we razz Jess, and we are labeled.
You
am labeled
specifically
the biggest piece of shit in the world, and then it's boiling over because your psycho fans over here no motherfucker, you and I said I'm this way because of everyone else. Go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. I do not care.
I know, but I'm saying, but if you got super fit and I wasn't super fit, it'd be a problem. You'd start telling me how fat I was.
When I just walk in and be like,
yeah, you'd be like, I don't associate.
That's not true. I would never. Hold on. This may seem crazy to everyone because obviously we have all those clips of me making fun of Jess's weight. But listen,
it's I got 50 clips ready.
I have never, ever,
even in a fire,
have commented in a negative way about females' bodies, especially to them. Okay. Never, not once. My wife carried our two children, our two little girls, and she was super pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Not a little pregnant, super duper pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. Never, ever once have I ever said anything about the way she looks.
There's some people that's a kink for. Are you one of those people?
No. My whole thing is I will never, ever, unless how do I put this? Unless you were clearly just gaining so much weight, it was just so unhealthy.
You were worried
and
about
I'm okay, This needs to stop. Okay.
This needs to stop.
Honestly, no.
to stop.
I will. No, it's unfair. If I like married Sarah and then I gained 150 pounds, that's fucked up. Like that's unfair.
That is super rude.
That is super unfair. And then you're the asshole if you're like, dude, you're obese. You need to stop.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's not fair. So I would expect the same. And my wife is anywhere near that. But she carried our 2 children and she wants that whole mommy thing. And I'm like, okay. But I would never put pressure on her and be like, you need to do this or monitor what she's eating or what she needs to do. And a lot of guys do. And that's completely not who I am. Never, not once have I ever said anything. And nor would I. It's like, you're in control of that. You do what's comfortable for you. I think you're gorgeous no matter what. And you got them big old titties.
Yep.
I'm fine.
Yep.
You do whatever you want to do. I don't do that. I would never say anything about a woman's body like that. Ever. Ever. We did it to you as a joke.
I did not mean to upset you right now.
Open up this can of worms.
Yeah, no.
I think, okay, that's the way to go.
Open up these can of gummy worms.
How many dudes have you been with?
Wait, where are they?
How many dudes have you been with that have come up to you and like just commented on your body? Like in a negative way?
Well, just kidding. One guy, I wasn't dating him, but I was sleeping with him. I don't know how else to put that.
You were in a situationship?
Yeah, he and I didn't like him like that, but he
was good enough in bed to overlook some things.
Yeah.
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 Trust me, there has been a couple of girls in the past where I had to overlook some really crazy shit to be like,
Yeah, like it was fine. I just think I got bored. I don't know. And he was always really into these like really short, really skinny girls. And I was like a little taller than him, and I'm obviously not a stick. And there was one time he like reached over. I'm sorry. He pinched my leg, and he goes, "You're the biggest woman I've ever been with."
Got a damn Amazon.
And that was the last time he got some of this. So
last time we got any action.
They don't make them.
I was like, I think we're done here. And and also I should say, I don't know if it was that time or the time before. We all know I have an Audi. Yes.
Unfortunately, I think the world.
I think everyone knows now.
We never asked, mind you. We just know.
You know what? I'm open. It's fine. And
no, you're out.
I am out. I'm out and about. He said something like, "Why is it just like why is it like out like that kind of thing?"
Look at Ellie.
It's a little hot.
Ellie's over here like this.
It just needed a breeze.
And like I was like, "What are you talking about?" It's
just
my
needed to feel the
anatomy.
wind on my face.
like it's like this.
It's like in those westerns, the doors that go.
Yeah.
That's I was like, sorry, and it was really weird because I was just like, it was like after the fact, and I was just like sitting there like on my phone or something, and he was like, "It's like out."
Yeah, dude, no.
And I was like,
It's just staring at me.
I was like, excuse me.
I would never in a billion years dictate to anyone that I'm with how they need to look.
Yeah.
Unless it was clearly something that was massively unattractive.
Yeah.
Like a
or
serious health
unhealthy.
concern.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, look, it's like, we all know how fit and small Lady Jams is.
Yeah.
Imagine she marries Elliot and then gains 100 pounds.
What would
Like
you
on her
think?
frame.
What would you?
What
think?
would you do?
I know you love her regardless.
I would still love her.
Right.
No. I mean, well, like anything, like if somebody gains 100 pounds in like what you say, like a year, that's a huge concern.
That's a huge
Would
help.
you
just
feel
like
comfortable
if
saying
just like
something?
just like if like somebody was to lose 100 pounds like very fast, that's a huge concern.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, like it's okay, and I think it goes to being. There's a way of saying things, honestly and politely, without being like, "Hey, fatty bone patty, you gained 100 pounds." No, but like, "Hey, I'm concerned. You've gained a lot of weight very fast, and that's concerning."
No matter how you approach it, though, it's going to be an impossible situation because even if you are cordial and kind and understanding when you approach it, but since it's it's such a sensitive topic, especially for women.
Oh yeah.
Especially for women, that if you were to say anything, like it's gonna mess them up. It's gonna mess them up.
I would never get naked again, I fear. Like my ex-husband, he was super into CrossFit and I wasn't. And so like he would make little comments kind of like you're disgusting and things like that.
Just a little comment. You're a disgusting whore.
Yeah. But like it would literally make me never want to be nude again.
Right.
And so, but like if Chris was like, I'm worried about you, I think you're gaining some weight, I'd be like, you never get to see this again, type of thing. There's no right way to do it.
There is no right. But see, here's the thing. And I'm going to go back to that whole bullshit thing about what we did by joking around about your weight. You are not fat. Okay.
Well,
you gained weight, but it was like a joke thing for us to joke about. If you put it like this, if you were fat, I wouldn't even done it. Like if you literally had become a fat person, I would not have sat here and made fun of your weight. The only reason why I did is because you're not.
But can you imagine me losing 10 pounds already?
Round applause.
Did you lose 10 pounds?
Yeah. I've lost 10 pounds.
Although I'm not,
Wow.
we don't care.
Thank you.
Although I am not going to comment on your size ever again.
I'm so skinny.
Good job, fam.
I'm so skinny. I've never been so skinny in my whole life.
You're so skinny.
I literally am blowing away.
It's like, thanks, it's a tapeworm.
Our freaking air went out at the salon. And so for the past 2 weeks, up until literally yesterday,
You work in a sauna.
our room got up to 100 degrees.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And so I think I'm nasally because we brought in a swamp cooler. So then it was like wet, hot, sticky, and wet.
Yeah, you just went from Fresno to Florida. Real
Yeah.
quick.
I have one that's not like a swamp cooler.
Yeah.
It's like a space cooler, but it's a good one. You need to borrow
Good to
it.
know.
Do you need to borrow
Well,
it?
it got fixed as of yesterday.
Okay.
Thank God, because it was out in the whole
How long was it out
area.
for?
like 2 weeks.
Dude, in California, you deserve a
I know,
credit.
breach of contract. I've already looked.
Yeah. No, it's after 3 days. After 3
Yeah.
days, it's a per diem.
Yeah.
Every day afterwards.
It's been a whole thing.
So
It's been
what are
a
you
whole
going to
thing.
do? Did you already
Well-
bring it up to him?
Oh, yes. So in our whole complex, there's probably like 15 or 16 of us, and we're all in a group chat now. This brought us all together. It's kind of cute, but
Building squad.
yeah,
Even
and
the money launderers, or
they're gone. We don't know where they went.
they
I don't know where they.
I saw you say it on the podcast, and they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta go."
On to their
know.
next griff.
I know. I don't know where they went, but all of us got up to 100. One of the rooms actually read so high it just said hi, so it probably could have even
That
been
happened to
more
me a
than
few years
100.
ago. Our air conditioning
Yeah.
broke upstairs and it just said hot.
Yeah,
It was so hot it couldn't
Yeah.
register. It was like, yeah, every year this happens. Every year I tried to warn. Nobody listens. Nobody
Yeah.
listens to me. Nobody
Yeah.
listens to me.
Dude, I was telling Sarah this year, get them both serviced before summer strikes.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. And then what happened? The fucking
Yeah.
AC went out.
Oh, yeah,
Told
Jess, you missed it.
Mhm.
Him and Darren do the same sound effects for their misses.
Yeah.
What do
It's
you
almost like
mean?
an evolutionary trait that's shared amongst all men.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
We were talking and like Darren brought up poo in his pants and
Mhm.
then somehow his wife got involved and then Drew was like, does she not? Does she do like this? I don't care if you succeed.
and is that what he said?
No, he was doing his wife's voice, like, I think I'm being manipulated. And I'm like, oh,
Are
that
you
sounds like Sarah.
gaslighting me? And he was like, oh my God, I do the same
I
thing.
feel like you don't have a Lady Jam's voice.
You don't have a Lady Jam's voice.
How if you were to imitate her, what would it be? If you were to imitate me, what would it be? I'm curious. When you talk about me to other people, what do you
Oh,
sound
you're
like?
easy.
Oh, you're.
So I sound like Sarah and Darren's wife?
No.
No, yours is more
No.
like mannerisms. Theirs is just like girl voice. You're like,
Yeah. That's
there's a
you.
lot of facial expressions.
like
there's
that's
a lot
totally you.
yeah.
Well, because I've been told I have a deep octave.
A deep octave.
I was told that in our previous life that I sounded good on air because I have a deep octave. So it's like-
You do.
I don't know what octopuses have to do with any of this, but all right.
You do have a deep octopus. Anyways,
Actually, it's out.
it's out. Actually, yeah, it's a surface puss.
Just bobbing on the
I
water.
have a couple of tentacles.
Yeah. We're going to take a little break. 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Elliot's going to stick around for the chat. Okay. We're going to talk
We're
about.
gonna clean this up here, all right?
I don't know.
We're cleaning it up.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think we should just.
We should just be
not.
really dirty today.
Yeah. It's 4th of July, baby. We're
Yep.
American.
Yeah, did you even look at the notes?
No.
I'm looking at them now, dude.
Now?
Yeah.
We're an hour in.
And we had to talk about what we've been up to, man. Why
I
are you
haven't
trying to
loo- I
control
haven't
me?
When was the
looked at
last
the
time you
notes.
looked at the notes?
I never do. I've never once looked at the notes.
Christ. Okay.
And I'm
We'll
the
be
most
right
successful
back.
one here.
All right, it's here. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's about to get hot in the Central Valley. So how are we going to survive? Well, I got some steps for you. 1, tan. You don't want to look pasty. 2, make sure you wear lighter clothes. And 3, make sure you have comfortable feet. Let them doggies breathe. So that means you have to go to Brown Shoe Fit Co. in downtown Visalia, right in the corner of Main and Locust, and ask for Josh. He's going to sit you down. He's going to give you that customer service that you cannot get ordering things on a phone, and know your budget, know your needs, and get you the exact right thing. Josh knew I had really bad foot pain. He got me some Hokas, and no joke, my foot pain's gone. Brown Shoe Fit Co. is a big-time supporter of the Do-Over podcast, so we support them, and you should as well. Again, downtown Visalia, tell them that the Do-Over sent you.
That was it.
See, I started that trend and you were talking mad shit on it, and now you do it.
Because you and Colleen just trolled me when I was here. It was not a
do you
good
like us
situation.
again or no? Because you were all booty tickled last week.
What are you talking? No, I was okay. I was not happy with them. They come in. Okay, here. You want to know why?
Tell me why.
I know why.
okay.
I got told.
These mother effers. They're like, we need to do our podcast and just not gonna be. And they're like, can you come early and just make sure everything's okay? You were both late a half an hour. Okay, so I had been sitting here for an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, in my defense,
There's
I
no
got here
defense.
at 9 and I waited an hour to start today. You are never right on time.
That's bullshit. Second of all, okay, they were late, so it made us late, which cut down our shit because Elliot had to leave at noon something.
12:40.
12:40.
I thought the pod was good.
It
But you
was-
called it the bad. You can't say I thought it was fine and then call it the bad episode.
I know, even the caption, in the girls, you know, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah, yeah,
blah,
yeah.
and I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God. And then he doesn't
Yeah.
talk to me all week, doesn't respond to my text. I'm like, I'm on his list all of a sudden.
You're not on my list. Why are
You weren't
the,
being a girl's girl.
You're
You
the
weren't.
ultimate victim, Jess. Like
I am.
You were coming up like everything is coming up shitty for Jess.
What if we made that like a superhero? Look over there. It's the victim.
Orky, can you bring me my backpack, please? I need my charger. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Put
Yeah.
victim
Yes,
or
Red
above my head, please.
Yes, Red Phoenix.
Or go ahead and put
Put
victim,
victim
right here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Red Phoenix, we did. Did you not hear me praising how brave I
no,
think
not
she is
for a whole minute,
for having
though.
mayonnaise
Not
on her
for a
hot
whole
dog?
minute, so-
That felt like an eternity to me.
I think you guys need to praise me a little more because
How do you even know you're into that? Like, how do you?
You put mayo on a hot dog, you dipshit.
No,
like, it's not that hard.
I understand that, but
How
like,
do you know that you like it?
But
You put it on the fucking hot dog and
Yeah.
eat it. That's how.
yeah, okay. The first time you tried it, what made you want to try it? Is what I'm saying. What made you look at a hot dog and said, you know what, this is missing? Mayonnaise.
Listen,
I'm not a mayo and hot dog guy, but I will put like a mayo-based sauce
yeah.
on it. Like you mix the mustard mayo.
Yeah, I
You
get
guys
I get that.
misunderstand me.
Or
I
like
am not-
mayo with the grilled cheese. You put it to make it crispier on the bread.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay, listen, I am not like the biggest mayo fan.
I don't know if I believe you.
I'm not. But I do
Or
like
put liar
it.
cam on her.
I do. Look, Emmy Luhu, I do mayo, ketchup, and mustard. That's what I do too. I put all of them on there. Sometimes even a little relish. I make it real saucy. Okay? The Red Phoenix is redeemed. Call Sarah.
Oh God.
We will call Sarah.
All right.
I want to ask her how she feels about mayo on her hot dog.
She will say she doesn't, but
Because it makes her want a hot dog real bad.
okay. Let's call Sarah. And then after this, we need to get to our hypothetical that was
We will. We will get to the wait, maybe we should ask you should ask Sarah if she would go to jail for $5 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
hold on here.
You know, I'm getting really sick of these ads here.
What ads?
So like on my Twitch view, because I'm looking at Twitch, and I think YouTube is getting insufferable with them. The amount of ads that are unskippable now and are constant, and when you pause your video, they just push an ad and block half the screen. I'm getting real sick and tired of it.
No,
YouTube's getting real prickly.
they are getting really heavy-handed with those ads.
Real prickly.
I love the picture from my wife is her going like
I
this.
know. I know. It's her boobs.
All right.
Aw, Red Phoenix, you sussy baka. Thank you.
All right.
So
here we go.
sweet. He's so sweet.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy 4th.
Hi.
Okay, we have 2 hypotheticals for you.
Hold on. The reason why I'm calling you is because now we have a thing where people can actually redeem points. And one of those things is to call Sarah randomly. So I'm calling you randomly right now on the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. So what? What's yeah. Okay.
Okay, Sarah Bear. Sarah Bear.
Wait, what are the points for?
They're like money points. Anyways,
They're for my student loans.
yeah. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and give her the hypothetical.
Sarah Bear. 2 questions for you. No wrong answers. First question, do you put mayo on your hot dog?
No.
Thank God.
My mom does.
Oh, oops, sissy. Okay, purr.
Damn it, Mom. Second question. For $5 million, you going to jail for a year.
For a whole year.
For a whole year, and it's definitely state prison. But it's $5 million tax free.
But mind you got big titties. You someone's girlfriend for sure.
You are holding a
I'm
pocket.
all, wait, can I go to prison with her?
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
Are the girls older?
I mean, like, it's a state prison, so you're going to get...
No, my children.
Oh, no. It's like tomorrow. You say your goodbyes to the girls and you go.
Do that to the girls.
But Drew's a good dad. He'd be a good... He could hold
For
it down.
$5 million, Sarah, if it was flipped, you would be like you're going to jail.
You go.
Okay, so then how is it?
But
You
the
couldn't do
the
it?
girls need their mommy.
But see, I also feel like Drew could make a year.
They'd have a kind of time.
Oh my God.
But they would be crying in
You're so
front of a new 105-inch television.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine Drew like visiting? Sarah's in like her jumpsuit, and Drew's got like a Gucci bag. He's just like, "Hey, baby, the girls are doing great."
$4.9 million in debt.
Yeah. By the way, I might owe $3 million already.
Yeah, no, he totally would. So he'd be the one going.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Thanks, Sarah Bear. Happy 4th. Bye, girls.
Bye. All right, there you go.
I love her like, no.
I feel like you could hold it down for a year, though.
I think I could.
I think you could.
I think I could.
Like, see, I'm too pretty. They would tear me apart.
oh, you're too pretty.
I'm way too
But
pretty.
I'm a fucking goblin.
No,
So
but you've got prison armor. Got tattoos. Got a lot of
that's
tattoos.
prison armor?
Yeah.
Does it cover my butthole?
I think it makes you look tougher, like right off rip. I don't think the glasses help too much,
They'll
but
look
you know,
right past me. I'll walk in and they'll be like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
no,
guys."
because here's how I think would happen.
Is there a book club or anything?
Drew would get sent, but he probably wouldn't have had nicotine or caffeine for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
and he would lose it.
Oh, it'd be such a
Yeah.
Maybe that would keep me
See,
alive.
that's
Maybe
what-
I'd be like
Yeah.
ultra super saiyan because I have no nicotine. I'm like, yeah!
Somebody would come up to Drew and be like, "What's up, punk?" I don't know, and he'd be like, "You don't want to mess with me, man. I haven't had a cigarette in 35 minutes. I'm ready to lose it."
Or it's like this. You got me cigarettes, man. I'll suck your dick. He's like, you've been in here 25 minutes. I mean, yeah, man.
You got
just go
those
ahead and put
ciggies?
it in.
Because I need to suck on something.
Okay. So the hypothetical that we got positioned
From Ish.
from Ish
Shout out Ish.
is, would you send your own mother to prison for 1 year for $5 million? You don't need to tell her. She just has
You
to
can.
go. You can.
But she's got to be there for 365.
I think if I went to my mom, I'm like, Mom, if you go to jail for a year, we're going to have $5 million and it's for the whole family. I think she'd do it. I think my mom would do it in a heartbeat.
I think Mom would do it too.
Know why? Because she's a mom. So she's going to be like, oh, this would just help out so much and help out our whole family. And like, oh, okay,
No,
I'll go, you know.
No, let's call mom.
But I couldn't do it randomly. Like I would have to tell her, like, Mom, you have to agree to this kind of thing.
Yeah, let's call mom. Let's see what she would do it.
See if Mom, can we say happy turncoat day?
You can say whatever you want, man. Hey, man, you can say whatever you want, man. Just calling our moms.
She's not going to answer your phone call.
She might.
You're the middle child.
That's fair. She definitely isn't.
No, not going to answer.
I don't even think. What's sad too is like, I think she knows I podcast, but I don't think she knows I podcast.
Hi, this is Susan.
Mom.
Let's see if my mom will answer. Okay, hold on. Let's see if my mom will answer. This is how much. See, I'm the baby, so she will
She'll
definitely
answer. It won't even ring fully.
Watch here.
Ooh. My peppers are flowering.
Nice.
Cute.
I know.
Oh, is she not going to answer
She's not
either?
gonna answer.
Dude, our moms hate us.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, our moms do hate us today.
Well, I understand mom. She's probably a little sour.
Oh yeah.
She's having a tough day today.
They lost. You know,
Yeah.
for about 3 years, the beginning 3 years of me knowing Elliot, I used to text his mother on 4th of July. We whooped your ass in a war. Eat that.
Yep.
Happy 4th.
Yep.
And then she would always respond with, "You're an ungrateful American," or something like that. It was hella funny.
Yeah.
We had a thing going for a little bit. It was pretty
Love.
good.
Love.
Elliot.
Drew.
Let's get into the notes.
We can
No.
get into some notes.
I have a story real quick
Okay.
about Walmart.
Yeah, you got a
Walmart patrol.
Walmart patrol.
Okay. So I was staunchly against Walmart for a long time just because I don't believe that I should be paying for their employees' medical insurance. I think that's bullshit. I think you're one of the richest families in the world. You pay your fucking employees, not my tax dollars. My tax dollars should go to, making schools better. Maybe feeding children at school so they become smart and we don't see ourselves in the predicament that we're in now with a bunch of morons. Okay? That's just what I think, but call me crazy. But when times get rough, you got to go to that malt,
You do.
that Walmart. You got to go.
They just got
All right.
great deals over there, man.
Dude, it's about the place where you buy things and they are almost normal price. And you're like, okay. So you're kind of forced to go there.
Is it your mom?
My mom called me back.
Wow.
So when I'm going in there, I'm noticing that there are very interesting folk at Walmart almost always. Yesterday, I saw someone that looked like they were Amish walking through
Yeah.
Walmart. Just,
Must have blown their mind.
dude, I was just like, what? We got them here? Did not know.
Oh, there's a whole community in Clovis.
Did
yeah.
not know.
Really?
Yeah, they walk around Old Town sometimes.
Had zero idea. So I'm walking around and I'm doing my thing and I'm leaving. And you know how they have like the self-checkout? I'm checking out and I'm not getting a lot. All of a sudden it locks me out. And it's like a light going beep, 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 over the thing. Guy comes around. Oh, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and just check it out. And I'm like, what's happening? He's like, oh, it locked you out. Said there was a scanning error. I'm like, a scanning error? And then it brings up a video on the thing of me putting my stuff into the bag. And I'm like, do they think I'm stealing?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not stealing. And he counts. He's like, oh, yeah, you're okay. And like clicks it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, if you don't want people to steal, you know what you guys should do? Hire fucking people to check us out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that crazy?
What a concept.
What the fuck? You think I'm stealing?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. You shouldn't hear that shit. I'm like, fuck you. You should be ashamed of yourself, you fucking asshole.
Did he just say ma'am too?
to the person behind.
Oh.
You
Okay.
shouldn't hear language like that. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
He was saying that about you?
Yes. And I'm like, this is funny. This is funny that you're acting like I'm embarrassing her when I'm checking out, not stealing, and there's fucking flashing red lights and a video of me checking out. You don't think that's embarrassing, you dick face?
Yeah.
Like, I about lost my shit. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I hate thieves. We've talked about this. I don't steal anything. Never, not once has it ever crossed my mind. And I clearly was not stealing. But to flash red lights and then have a video of me putting my items into the bag, go fuck yourself, dude. Now, I understand. He's just some dude at Walmart It's not like he's in charge of anything, but it's like, don't come up to me and apologize to people for my behavior when your failed fucking system is making me feel horrible.
Mhm.
Fuck you. I'm giving you my money. Shut the fuck up. If I was stealing, okay. I get it.
I think it's funny
Not the
though.
case.
I think it's funny though that they do have like thief cam. Like
They do.
Yeah.
You're a thief cam.
It literally,
Shun, boo the thief.
dude,
Yeah.
on the screen, it literally pops up where they think you have stolen and shows you putting it into the bag. And I guess where they got fucked up is that I had the girls like Totino's pizzas.
Yeah.
I had 4 of them and I clicked the same one 4 times.
Oh.
Tick, 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 and then
Yeah.
I put it in the bag. Now, why? Because that's the efficient way of doing it.
I do that all the time.
Everyone does that
Yeah.
because we're used to this now. Your lazy asses don't want to hire people to actually check people out. So shut up. And like, what was that number that came out about people that were stealing from self-checkouts? And I'm like, oh, so you're saying you not hiring people to make sure they don't steal and people stole? Get out. Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy concept.
crazy, but it is convenient. That's for sure. Do love a good self checkout. You know, you know what? We need to get rid of them completely. I miss the human interaction.
Yeah, me too.
We need to get back to talking to people awkwardly as we're waiting for, you know, like a cucumber that everybody looks at you weird when you just order when you're putting a cucumber in. I'm trying to be healthy.
Do you get the big ones? Some of them are like, our friend Justin will not, he will not buy cucumbers that are this big. He
Why?
refuses. I don't know.
Was he insecure about it?
His fiance picked up a huge one at the store and he was like, babe, you don't need that. So she got a littler
You don't
one.
need to be too healthy.
Yeah.
See, that's so funny. Okay, I can't say what I want to say. Okay, never mind. Oh, Sarah will get mad at me.
Oh,
Probably
'Cause-
don't say it.
we're not
The
trying to
same.
make her mad.
Probably don't say it. We just called her. The
Yeah.
vibes are high right
yeah,
now.
I don't know if she's watching right now.
Vibes
either.
are high right now.
So I'm not gonna do that. But it's funny that there's 2 different takes on that. There's one that's like, babe, you don't need that, and then the other one's like, babe,
Go get it.
you want that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, anyways, I guess I'm just that guy. Anyways, what's up with you? What's in your notes?
well, I got a couple of things. Well, one, because Jess had a lot of people dying around her, so I said, do you need to do like a spiritual cleanse?
I do.
We need an egg ASAP.
I know we need to do an
The
egg
second,
cleanse.
Orc, can you bring up the athlete? So I found Jess's athletic lesbian crush.
Oh my god.
So they call her Caitlin Dark.
Okay.
She's an Australian basketball player. I believe she's 6'8", and she's a goth.
I can tell.
During games, she wears the whole goth makeup and everything, and she's super into the whole goth aesthetic. She's a bit of a hooper. So I wanted to see, like, what are you feeling? What are your vibes?
I'm
Are you-
horny right now.
Are you falling out of your chair? Just slipping.
Excuse me. What, is that the only picture you have?
No, you can go to the bottom and you can go through different photos.
I'm not
Yeah,
feeling
Caitlin
anything.
Cunningham.
I'm not
Wow.
feeling anything. Can you believe it? I'm not.
Unbelievable.
I do like that she's a goth and rocks it
Right.
and just plays basketball.
I do.
Yeah.
I have respect for her for being exactly who she is. Like, I think that's super cool. And I do love that she's 6'8". That might work on me. However,
Plus, she's Australian. She
I
probably has a
do-
foisty accent.
I
she
like,
says, "Rawr."
I like
Nar.
girls that look like boys. So, like, that's not my type. She's wearing too much makeup.
So you don't like her because she's wearing the makeup.
Yeah. I
Wow.
like if I was going to date a girl, she'd look like a boy.
So then, but
So you like studs.
Yeah.
So I'm like confused about that though, because then
Why?
if you like girls that look like boys, then you just like boys.
No.
Yeah.
It's an emotional thing.
What?
She likes them studs.
I like women.
That doesn't make any
Nothing
sense.
understands women like another woman. Like,
Well, yeah, because you guys are enigmas wrapped
Let
in
me
riddles, wrapped in.
totally.
Let me ask you.
I don't
'cause
know
you're
where
our-
to go to eat.
Let me ask you, because you're our LGTB plus like reporter
yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
And just from what you've seen, I'm just asking, and maybe chat, you can help me out. Do you feel like are straight relationships more or less toxic than homosexual relationships, or vice versa? Are homosexual relationships more or like are they as crazy as heterosexual
Before
relationships?
you answer, can I tell you what I've witnessed?
Yes, please.
Okay. Shout out Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy.
Daddy.
Noe, my lesbian daddy.
Mm-hmm.
We're good friends. I lived with her on and off for a couple years. Female relationships, like at least because how do I say this? Daddy like dressed masculine,
Mm-hmm.
right? But she was very feminine.
Mm-hmm.
She just dressed masculine. She was really into hip hop culture and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's like her manner of dress was like sports and like hip hop and stuff like that.
Sure.
So that's how she presented herself. And she prided herself on turning the streets. You know what I mean? Like that was like her
Okay.
thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
all of her girlfriends always
Like Andy Samberg and I Love You, Man.
yeah, they always started straight. Right. So that was just like her thing.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, her relationships were crazy. Like all of those girls went nuts.
Yeah.
They all went crazy. So I would say, at least for my one case of close homosexual lesbian life partner, I would say I've witnessed them be more toxic
Yeah.
than not.
Okay.
I've never had a serious relationship with a woman. I've always wanted to have one, but my experience with women in general is that we are very like jealous and very what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're mine.
Possessive.
Yes, very, very possessive. But I'm speaking from myself. Like I don't know how I would handle being with a woman if she was like surrounded by other women all the time. I don't know how I would react because I'm a psycho.
Don't you have a friend that's a lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
don't.
what do you witness?
I mean, they're like I don't see them a lot, but I mean, she's chill. She's very chill.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I haven't seen their relationship. You know, I catch them from time to time at like a party or if they come over, but it's very normal.
I would tell you it also depends on personality because I've only seen Dodo's relationship outside in
Mm-hmm.
because he's technically married,
Yeah.
but like they're estranged.
Yeah.
Like they've been estranged for a long time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I knew all the crazy shit that was happening with that too, you know? But Dodo's also just a very like normal person.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
I think it depends on the situation too. Like I have a couple of lesbian friends, they're married and they're like legitimately like best friends. And I
Mhm.
think that is so cute. And I
Yeah.
think that like in that situation, when you are married to somebody that like is your best friend and that like can understand you on that level, I think that's super great. But I do think that depending on the woman, myself included, I'm not being a hater, myself included, like I think I would be a toxic lesbian. If I'm being honest, I think I would be.
I don't know, man, because like you said, I've seen like really healthy
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we're overlooking this and just the relationships are either normal or not. Like all of our previous, I've
Yeah.
had plenty of relationships that were toxic
Yeah.
and not, you know, or
Yeah.
frustrating. It's still a relationship. You still have
Yeah.
to, I would be like happy to see if like two dudes were like bros, like
Mhm.
hell yeah. Poof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're just high fiving and watching basketball, but then they're like making out.
I saw
Yeah.
on TikTok these two guys, it was a pride something, and they looked like what you would think a typical straight man would look like, but they were dating each other and they were like that. Like
They
they
were
were like,
bro.
yeah, like dapping each other up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they were like giving each other a kiss goodnight. And I was like, that like really shocked me. But I bet that they have probably a really good relationship.
Probably.
Like they're bros, you know?
Just like, dude, you see that dunk? I'm gonna dunk you later. Yeah, you will, bro.
Yeah, you're a power bottom. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to think that it would be any different than just any other relationship
Mhm.
because being with anyone for an extended period of time is work.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says, it's work. Being with someone for 6 months is work,
Mm-hmm.
you know, let alone 14 years.
I think being with me is super easy.
I
I do.
When we tried calling our
Jess-
parents, we call Silks.
Call him. See
Dude.
what he says.
Jess,
Yeah.
we made fun of you for 20 minutes. And then not only did your friends start attacking us, but you've brought it up 3 weeks in a row. You're trying to tell
Call
me.
him and see if I'm
Are
easy
you
to be
trying
with.
to tell me that being with you is
It's
easy?
easy. It's so easy.
You are emotional upkeep the person.
In the
but
spirit,
Silks isn't emotional.
in the
so I
spirit,
must-
in the spirit of calling people.
he's more likely to answer you, not me.
Wow, you were totally right. He is super. You answered the call, and I just find that so sweet. Quick question, small question: is it a lot of work dating Jess? Yes or no?
No.
Well, that was very sweet of you.
Ask him if there's a lot of emotional upkeep.
There's an amount of emotional upkeep that's required.
Okay.
You're not emotional at all.
Not for me.
I don't
He's
think
all,
that was in
"It wasn't-
question."
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't my side
No,
that needs the upkeep.
he's like, there's emotional upkeep, but I'm not gonna do it. That's what he's saying.
Side question: do you still cheat at Uno?
Am I still what?
Do you still cheat in playing Uno? Are you still an Uno cheater?
How have I ever been an Uno cheater?
You purposely withheld the rules. You waited till I had 50 cards.
No.
Yeah.
Because the rule's wrong.
No. You read the rules wrong, and then you.
Can we go
didn't
back
start.
to me?
Yeah. What
No,
is he doing here?
Chris, did you or did you not waste a wild?
I did not waste a wild. I would never have wasted a wild.
Hey, Pookie.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? Oh,
He's all,
yeah.
ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, only I get to call him that.
Why is it emotional upkeep being with me? It's honesty hour, boo. It's
Get out
okay.
of here.
Run. Hang up. You can't hear
Like
us.
asking why you have to water plants. Like, it's just,
It's maintenance.
yeah, it needs to be done.
Jess.
You're not
No,
emotional.
hold on.
I don't
Jess,
get what he's saying.
Jess, but we know just by knowing you that there is some emotional, like your baggage, if you're going to say baggage, your baggage is the emotions, not anything else. You're independent, you're a business owner, you're a go-getter, you're relatively chill, but there are emotional things that you definitely crave and need. Is that a fair assessment, Silks?
Yeah, I'm a little confused why Jess is confused here.
Is that
Because
confusing?
you're not emotional, so what kind of upkeep are you giving me emotionally?
It's your emotional
I mean,
upkeep.
okay, let's. What about when we're sitting on the couch watching TV and then you ask me if I've forgotten about you?
Damn. He brought receipts.
This is what I'm talking about, Jess.
He had receipts ready.
That's not the easiest thing in the world to deal with at all.
I love that you just had an example right off rip.
Name another one.
You didn't have to think.
Okay, that was one. That was one. Give me another one.
What about the, like, you haven't told me you love me today?
That's you should tell me you love me every day.
I mean, to be fair, Chris, you haven't told me you love me today.
Chris, you don't need to tell me you love me.
All right, we're going to let you go here in a second. Last question. Is your dog chewing the TV?
No, the cat.
Oh, the cat?
Yeah, no. The dog doesn't touch the TV. It's just one cat that likes to chew the side of the TV and has effectively ruined it.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask you.
What do you like on your hot dog?
Oh, my God.
Are you asking me what I want on a wiener?
Yes.
Okay, well, first it's got to be a good length. Length and girth are the most important part about the hot dog wiener.
Naturally. Are you going kosher? Are you going, what are we doing here?
You got to go with the,
You going Angus beef? Ballpark?
yeah,
Go.
good old American ballpark.
Okay.
Those are the cheapest ones.
Those are
dude.
good.
They're not that great.
Good labeling.
How big do you want it?
How big do I need it?
We going stadium dog or we going just like little power
Two
chub.
wieners, one bun.
Can't double up
No,
wiener.
not two
Wait.
wieners, one bun. But
You
the wiener's got to be big enough to fill the bun. Okay?
And then have a little poking out on both sides.
Looks like an Audi belly button.
He already deals with an Audi.
All right, we're gonna let him go.
All right. We love you, Silks.
All right.
Love you.
All right, let's go around talk about how we take our hot dogs. Okay. So I take all beef hot dogs. Has to be all beef because all beef hot dogs taste the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the amalgamation hot dogs. Pork.
What's that mean?
There's like pork, chicken, and beef.
Oh,
No, I don't
No.
care.
Like,
I don't
no.
care.
Yeah,
I'm not
Hell
picky.
No.
hot dogs should be all beef.
Yeah.
Okay. Chopped, diced white onion,
Mm-hmm.
dill relish, not sweet relish, mustard, or if I'm feeling flavorful, I'll make like a sauce, like to go on it that covers the mayo, ketchup, mustard gamut. But typically it's dill relish, chopped up, diced
It's got to be diced.
on a white
Diced
onion,
onions. Yeah.
and mustard, and that's it. That's how I take them.
All right.
What about you?
Ketchup, mustard, diced red onions. Relish if it's there.
Why do you put ketchup on a hot dog, dude?
Because, that's the staple.
But no,
Ketchup,
it's not.
mustard are
No,
staples.
No.
They are
See,
hot dog staples.
You over here busting her balls, putting mayo on a hot dog. The fact that you put ketchup on a hot dog is weirder to me than her
no
putting mayonnaise.
way.
Yes.
Ketchup and hot
1,000,000%.
dogs they're symbiotic.
What are you talking?
I do have.
No,
ketchup
they're
on
not.
my
Yes, they
hot
are.
dog now.
Okay, hold on. Here, let's ask Google. Okay,
It's gonna be ketchup.
what doesn't go on a hot dog? Let's see what they say.
Alfalfa sprouts, Dad.
Ketchup.
If you ask what is the most used condiment on a hot dog, it's probably ketchup. So I don't want to hear it.
What doesn't go on a hot dog? The first answer, ketchup. The NHDSC specifically discourages ketchup on hot dogs after the age of 18, citing it masks the flavor of the hot dog and is not part of the traditional hot dog etiquette. Elliot, it's right there.
Most common condiment on
It's going to say mustard, dude.
on hot dogs.
It's going to say mustard. Watch. Mustard.
It is mustard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is that confusing to you?
It's not confusing. I think mustard's great, but ketchup, when you go to Costco, it's ketchup mustard.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Go to Costco, you're going to see ketchup and mustard
I'm gonna
right
go
next
to
to each
Costco.
other.
I'm going to go to Costco.
Go
You know
to
what
a
I do?
baseball game.
You know what
go
I do?
literally anywhere
I'll
hot
go
dogs
anywhere.
are sold,
And I
and there's going to be ketchup next to mustard.
No, wait, that's for baby pallets. It says after the age of 18 for little baby
you need-
bitch pallets who can't eat their greens, Elliot. Who can't eat their greens. They need to make their hot dog sweet. Okay?
Do you put relish on it?
Yeah, I don't mind relish.
Just putting mayo on our hot dog to me is more normal than
There's
putting ketchup.
no shot.
Oh,
There,
a 1,000,000%.
when you
dude.
go to a hot dog stand, what's there? There's ketchup, there's mustard, there's relish. They don't have packets of mayo
They
just
do.
ready.
They do.
Oh yeah,
They do at Costco specifically.
I'm
At Costco
sorry.
specifically. There's no way that is the most optimal option for a hot dog.
Everyone's picking on
Dude, Sarah,
You
Sarah's
guys
all,
said officer for 10 minutes after I said it.
Sarah's all, Google is wrong. Ketchup, mustard, relish. You're high,
Yes.
Sarah. You're a
Thank
high
you.
person. Sarah's high.
No, you're
She's high.
crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
You are.
No.
Officer.
Off of her. I'm off of a hot dog.
You brought it up again. That's my point. So I don't want to hear it.
Everyone praise Elliot right now.
Everyone praise Elliot. Elliot, yay!
I don't need it. No, I don't want it.
You cutie patootie.
I still think it's more weird to put
For the
ketchup
perfect
on the
hot dog, Americans believe the top condiments are mustard, ketchup, onions, relish, and chili.
He had to search Google for 5 minutes in order to find that.
It's the first thing.
It's not the first thing.
It's all
It's right there.
redo.
It's not right there. It's not. He's all. Wait. How do I word this in a way that it comes up? Oh, does ketchup
People,
belong for some people on
ask,
hot dogs?
what is the most common condiment on a hot dog?
Orc. Come on, be our
I use
tiebreaker.
Nobody asked for barbecue sauce.
Ketchup on hot dog, yeah or nay?
Yay.
Thank you.
Orc doesn't count.
I count.
Mayo on hot dog, yeah or nay?
Do you like mayo on a hot dog?
I don't care. Give me skin to skin.
See, he doesn't.
Skin
doesn't
to
have-
skin, he just wants in.
He has
You're
no-
sick.
He
I
has,
love you.
He has nothing in this. No foot in the game. Okay, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back.
Where are we going?
We're just gonna take a quick break. We have to give time to our sponsors, dude.
Oh, Thanks, guys.
We'll be back in like 3 minutes. Not even a long time. Sorry, Jess. I don't mean to put you out on your fucking day off.
It's my
Okay.
day off.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't mean to put Jess out. Victim Jess. Everyone's so against me.
Or put victim right here.
Or put victim.
Victim right here.
I'm victim. Anyways, we'll be back in 3 minutes. And then we got Drew's news. We got reaction roulette and all that good stuff. I said reaction. Do you want to point it out?
No, I don't.
Because you're better than that?
No, because we have to get to our
Reaction.
sponsors.
The offer reaction coming up next.
They say crack kills, and there isn't a scarier crack than the one behind you, but definitely the one in front of you. A cracked windshield can lead to a lot of problems, including getting a ticket. And if you're a baller on a budget like me, you know you can't afford no damn ticket. Thankfully, I know the perfect window response team willing to help, and they're so helpful that they even accept all insurances. It's your friends over at Old Town Auto Glass. With over 25 years of experience, these guys are your neighborhood heroes. From windshield repairs, replacements, and even camera recalibration, because some places don't even give you that. Old Town Auto Glass is the friendliest windshield support in the Central Valley. They are even so committed to helping you, they're even willing to drive to you with their mobile service, guaranteeing your safety so you don't have to deal with any cracks, except for maybe the one or two I'm about to make. Look, I crack jokes all the time, but if there's one thing I've realized when it comes to windshield repairs, you'll be laughing at how easy it was to call Old Town Auto Glass. So call now at 559-472-3446 or go online for a quote today.
Oh, were you waiting for me?
Jess, come on now. What? Come on.
Come on, put
With
some
your,
effort.
With your whole armacy into
Yeah.
it.
There we go.
When you
See,
say it like
when we are
that,
teamed like that,
That was
cannot
the
be
play.
beat.
That was the play. Now listen.
listen up, y'all.
Listen.
This is it.
I said
the beat that I'm banging is delicious.
delicious.
Delicious definition, make them boys.
Oh, should we play that since it is the 4th of July? Should we play Perky's
National
anthem?
Yeah, we could do that in a little bit. Okay, hold on. Before we get to the activity idea of Mount Crushmore of things that are American that we love.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to know. The younger generation has a saying that I think is making them a little more self-absorbed than they should be.
Slay the boots down?
No. Main character energy.
Okay.
So I saw a picture of a dude that was on the what's it called? The Vanderpump
Oh, Vanderpump?
Villa.
Oh, wait. Vanderpump Villa.
Yeah.
They have a villa.
They have a villa. It's like an offshoot of Vanderpump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen where
Okay.
it's in like the foreign countries.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there's a dude that has a hat on that says main character on it. And I'm like, you're a fucking nobody. I don't know who the fuck you are. I have no idea who you are. You're only a big deal to yourself. There's two ways that you can look at this. Like, oh, you have confidence. That's good. You should love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or two, you are so self-absorbed and kind of delusional about your role in the world.
Might be
right.
a little Delulu.
And when we have turned people that like what's his name, Doherty, whatever the dude that does the live streaming of his whole life, and all these people
Oh, yeah.
have become so wealthy, thinking that they're so cool. It like has, because streamers specifically on Twitch a lot have some of the craziest takes, and like people just eat it up. And I think that the whole main character idea of like, you're the main character, is making people delusional.
What do you get more annoyed by? Main character or aura farming?
Aura farming is,
Because I got some videos. I got some
I
aura
know.
farming we're about to get to.
we're going to get to that, but the aura farming stuff is slightly annoying, right? Because I saw someone post Tel Aviv aura farming during World War III, and it was like this beautiful vista of Tel Aviv while fucking bombs are falling on it. I'm like, that's kind of low class. I wouldn't go that.
You know, I can read auras.
Oh, can you? What is my aura telling you right now?
He's wolf.
No, I can see colors.
Do you have a tumor?
You can see my alpha energy.
You have a very dark aura.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
You're so high.
You're like Sung Jin Woo. Solo leveling. Whoa.
You,
I do not. I do not have a dark aura.
You
It's
do.
like, what do you
It's-
what? Oh my God, Jess. Jess, should I do this shit too? Jess, I can see your energy. It's the color of poop.
You have a
It's from
very
all the backed up IBS issues.
you have a very dark aura, and that can be taken a couple of ways.
Shadows arise.
Either you're very
I'm like, Elliot, I'm like this.
Arise, my shadows.
oh my God, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Or put Sunjin Woo next to Drew. Sunjin Drew.
What are we talking about?
Okay, explain the aura. What do you mean? A couple ways you can take my aura. What are
You're
you
either
talking
very
about?
mysterious, which that's not it, because
You're
everyone
so mysterious.
because everyone knows exactly what you're
His
feeling.
power level's through the charts.
I'm like, talking.
We
about-
need to get Drew one of those long coats that he can wear to just walk
Oh,
around.
like the
You
two
should
that
do-
you've bought me for every birthday so far.
yeah.
No.
We should do that for a video. We should do that for a short. Just have Drew aura farming.
His aura is black.
He'll have well,
It's not.
It is. You have a black aura.
No, we need to do this now. We need Drew in his long coat, smoking cigs in black and white. We need to have like the camera verve, the shake, you know?
Well, I did want to do
Oh
some.
my God,
like,
I'm sweating.
I wanted to do like a little cinematic because these cameras can go like
Oh.
full open gate,
Mhm.
you know,
What?
anamorphic. What that means is, you know, like the wide screen, like cinema feel.
Yeah.
These cameras can do that. So I thought it'd be cool if we did like a little like 1 minute clip that's like super slow motion, kind of cinematic. You know what I mean? But maybe we could do that in the future. But I'm more interested in this. Okay, so I'm not mysterious.
I'm astrologess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then, what does my black aura mean about
that
me?
you have some deep-rooted anger.
You don't say.
I thought red was anger. I always pictured like red with anger.
No.
Because like
red
you're
is
seeing red, you're
red
angry.
is a sex addict situation.
What color's your cup, Drew?
Uh-oh.
Is this a call for help?
Are you okay?
What's your safe word? It's
Yeah.
bumper nickel.
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry.
Yeah. So, okay, I don't know what any of this shit means, but thank you. I don't think I have a black aura. I think I'm a happy person. What?
You having a black aura doesn't mean you're not a happy person.
That's
You
exactly
have
what it means.
some deep-rooted anger that you need to let out.
It means you're hiding your real power.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm angry about, truly, and we'll get into this when we talk about like what we watched, because I just finished a book that I feel like I'm better as a person
Mhm.
for consuming. But I'm really sick of the clear manipulation of our public,
Mhm.
like the clear manipulation of people with nefarious plotted details and how they want everything to turn out to their benefit. And people, instead of like taking one extra step to be like, oh, why would they do that, are just falling for it. And it really makes me worry about society. And I'm pretty sure every generation is always worried about the next generation and like where we're going and what's happening and why is this and that. Everyone has, like, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, like we've all had it. It just seems like in this hyper-connected world that we're in right now and the clear and utter manipulation and anti-intellectualism that's going on, it really frustrates me because I believe that before this generation, maybe 10, 15 years ago, people wanted to be informed and they were able to be like, oh, I thought this, but now I think this because I found out this. That is gone. It's like, it's such a cult of personality with political ideologies now that like nothing you say, no amount of data, nothing that you bring to the table will make people be confident enough or just human enough to be like, maybe I don't agree with that, or I think differently now because of this. And it frustrates me. It's frustrating to see what's going on in this world. And whereas everything is a click, you have to be the worst version of yourself or say the most out-of-pocket shit to get any recognition at all. And it incentivizes that. The algorithm incentivizes that. It is, you know, it's funny, everyone talking about free speech, but speech on these platforms, including this one or including YouTube, it incentivizes manipulated speech to make you think something. It incentivizes that. So that is not free speech. That is manipulation, and it's rewarded manipulation. And for that, and for people not to catch on, like to purposely not catch on, it's frustrating. That makes me angry every day.
That's why you have a black aura.
I just want our world to be okay. I have kids. I want my kids to grow up in a rational society.
Yeah.
Also, your aura's totally not black. I've just been yanking your wiener.
Ew.
Okay.
That's the weirdest way you could have said I'm joking.
That's how Jess talks.
I always talk like that.
Don't mind me just wanking your
Here.
ween.
I said yanking, not winking.
Let's get into 4th of July celebrations and the things that we love the most that are American. I'm going to start with you, Jess. Okay.
Okay.
What's your Mount Rushmore? That's 4 things. Okay. Because Mount Rushmore, 4 presidents.
For president.
Okay.
What are your top 4 things that are uniquely American that you love so much?
Hot dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we do it like a draft? Like she goes one, I go, then you go, then you go
Yeah.
again, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll snake it.
Yeah.
All right. So she gets hot dogs. We don't get to pick hot
Okay,
dogs.
but hot dogs is a good answer because even though people will be like, the Frankfurter is German, it's like, dude, it's
It's an
synonymous with
American thing.
America.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with George W. Bush saying, "Now watch this drive."
That's one of your favorite things
Dude,
in all of America.
You're telling me that's not like one of the most American quotes
it
ever
is.
from a president? We will now stop the tear. Now watch this drive. And just hits a laser.
Yeah. This is going to make me sound hypocritical, but I do love American militaristic might.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the fact that, yes, some shit could always go down that would make us vulnerable in some way, for sure. I'm not saying we're impenetrable or, indestructible. Of course. But kind of having the balls of knowing that we have the biggest stick. Like, no, we have the biggest stick. Go fuck yourself.
Mhm.
Knowing that kind of does keep me comfortable at night. On top of that, that's number 1. Number 2 would be arming ourselves. Because even if some shit was to go down and countries invaded us, they're fighting our whole population. It's not, we're armed to the fucking teeth here. And a lot of people think that that's a problem. And yeah, sure. I'll be the first 2A advocate to say the overabundance in weapons of firearms in this country has led to easy access to people that should not have them.
True.
That is a definite truth. I'm not saying that when 2A people act like that's not a thing. That's definitely a thing. Shut the fuck up. But it is also a constitutional right. And the idea of a country coming to fuck with us, and now it's not just our military, but it's farmers, lawyers, doctors that just are good shots that are armed to the teeth. Now you're dealing with all of us. I like that. That keeps me comfortable at night.
Okay. I'm going to go with fast food. I feel fast food. I know it's like worldwide now, but come on. When you think fast food, you think America.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But fat Americans. It's like,
It's okay.
we're synonymous with heart disease and
Well, it was that.
obesity.
It was that or super size. Like just the size of super size.
No, like our smalls are like regulars in
Mhm.
other countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jess?
Speaking of worldwide, I'm gonna have to say Pitbull.
He is Mr. 305. So that does kind of count.
So you're saying Pitbull is one of your... He is a good story. You know Pitbull's story?
Yes, I love Pitbull.
So
He's coming to
Pitbull...
Fresno in a few
Dude,
months.
check this out. Pitbull's story is great.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
adopted and he just stayed positive
Mhm.
like his whole career. He just built...
His
this-
music's just positive.
And look, we need to celebrate the people that managed to do it
Yeah.
for staying positive, especially this day and age when, as we were saying, everyone's incentivized to be the worst version of themselves.
Mhm.
Pitbull kept it positive, dude.
Yeah.
And the cards were stacked against him.
Yeah.
He was adopted. He lived in foster care for years, and he made it.
See? Pitbull. That's my answer.
And that is
Final answer.
uniquely American. A lot of
Okay.
places, if you're born into that, you're fucked for the rest of your
All
life.
right. So you got hot dogs, you got Pitbull. What's your next one?
Freedom.
The fact that Freedom went round 3 is crazy, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
But hold on. a lot of countries have freedom, the same levels of freedom. The freedoms that we have that separate us from other countries.
Yeah, but we like.
Are there's two things. The First Amendment and the Second Amendment. Those are two unique things that separates our freedom from others, but most other countries have the same level of freedom that we do. That's it.
I'm gonna give her freedom.
All right.
Okay, what do I have? Fast food, and I've got George W. Bush. What is uniquely American? I'm gonna go with the bald eagle.
That's a cop out, Elliot. You can't do better than that.
Go.
All right, here. Uniquely American. Okay. I can't do food related again.
Hey, you can.
I did hot dogs.
No, well, I just did fast food. Now I kind of want to lean like buffet restaurants.
I think buffets are everywhere.
That's fine.
No, I can do better.
Here, you want to come back? Because I got one.
No, I got it. Shotgunning beers.
Couldn't.
Because everybody's got beer, but they ain't shotgunning beers like we are.
No, that is a good point.
No, I'm going to do one better.
Okay.
The red, white, and blue Four Loko.
Oh my God.
That is
no.
America, baby.
Okay. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, that's American.
That is very American.
All right, your last one.
I love that we are a melting pot society, even though the white people try to claim that it's a white society. And the only reason why our country is as great as it is because we have so many different cultures here sharing ideas and food and cultural norms. That is what makes us great.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe that it was almost a fluke because, trust me, probably a lot of people wanted to be a white society, but out of necessity, basically opened the doors to a bunch of different cultures to come here and help build this country. But in turn, that's what allowed it to thrive. That's what made it so good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we had slavery in the past. That was a real thing. It's horrible. That was so crucial to bringing up certain parts of the United States, but then having all these cultures working together in so many different points of view, I think that is uniquely American because if you go, you'll find different races in other countries a lot, but not like America. Not like me going to the store, seeing a Mexican person, an Asian person, a black person, and a white person, all just sitting there talking.
Yeah.
That is not a common thing in a lot of different countries. So
Yeah.
I think that is a cool thing.
Got to end it with NFL. National Football League.
Football.
Real
football.
That's right. Real football, baby. The shield, the gridiron.
I only had 3.
You have one more. This is your last one.
This is your last
you
time. It's
round
going this
up.
way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Think.
I am.
Mark. Put the like music from that old game show.
Jeopardy?
How about this? I'll give you one, Jess, and
Okay.
maybe you can accept it or pick something else.
Okay.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Put that music.
I love how obtuse we are about how great America is, even though we're like 13th and 64th and like 103rd on a lot of lists. We're like, but we're still the best.
Yeah, that's true. We're very cocky people.
I love American
Main character energy.
There we go.
Yes.
America is main character
It is.
energy.
I love the fact that we are so obtuse about how great we are and we'll really lean into it when it's okay for us to do so. But then, if like, how about this? We can acknowledge that there's problems in America for sure. For sure. We can acknowledge.
Yeah.
But if anyone else makes fucking fun time talking shit on America, I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
What's your
Way
gold
better
medal
over
count, bro?
here. Yeah. I'll be like, you're fucking dumb. We're way better over here. Like, I feel the same way about California.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, yeah, California's got its issues. We're overly taxed. Some of their laws are fucking stupid. Like, I acknowledge that. But we're also mommy and daddy to the United States because without mommy and daddy's money, all you guys are nothing.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, when I have people,
And Callie's doing a hard carry right now.
when you have people in other states making fun of and bitching about California, but they are also getting the lion's share of our federal tax dollars that we're putting into it. It's like, you're ungrateful little bitches. Shut
Mhm.
up. Because if California wasn't around or if we seceded, which would never happen, but if we did, you all would be fucked beyond belief. Like beyond belief fucked. So I feel the same way about the United States as a whole. Sure, we all have our problems. We have tons of problems here. I think it's always getting a little bit better, but we have our problems. But if like some European shithead is talking shit on America, I'm like, yeah, your country fucking sucks. It's the best here. Shut the fuck up. You stink. You don't even take baths. Shut the fuck up.
You know, you smell bad.
Yeah, you smell bad.
You know, you smell bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be it.
All right. Good job. That was a good Mount Crushmore. Orc, if you could do us a favor, put a little like table of what we got. I think that'd be neat.
Stop giving him more work, Elliot.
That's my job. It's my job to tell him.
All right, you ready for Drew's news?
Sure.
Drew's news.
With your anchor, Drew.
Did you? Wait, you put in things?
I put one thing in.
Go ahead and do your story.
It's just Diddy.
Well, yeah, I was going to talk Diddy too. You want to go for it?
We can do it together.
Go ahead. Start talking about.
Sean Diddy Combs was denied bail on Wednesday after the jury in his federal sex trafficking trial returned its verdict, convicting him on 2 lesser charges of transportation to engage in prostitution, but clearing the hip-hop mogul of the more serious charges. So he's guilty, but he's not guilty, but he's guilty still. So
he's facing up to 20 years in prison. Basically got found guilty of prostitution charges is really what it boils down to. The serious sex trafficking charges and some of the, I don't know.
It was racketeering, conspiracy, or sex trafficking.
There were people, and I'm sure other things are going to pop up, like civil cases about this are going to pop up because there was like testimony from supposed victims, alleged victims, I will say, that were saying like he taped everything and he would leverage them and saying, if you don't do what I want you to, I will release this tape of you doing this on the internet. And like some crazy shit. Like there was some crazy stuff that he was saying, but he's facing 20 years in prison. He's extremely rich. I highly doubt he'll see a day after this trial is complete. They'll probably release him to his own reconnaissance.
Yeah, he'll probably have like 4 or 5 years like home probation or something.
Reconnaissance isn't the right word. What is it? Your own what?
Volition?
No. There's a word for it. Anyways, they'll probably release him and put him on like 10 years probation.
Yeah.
House arrest or something. I doubt he's going to be in prison because his lawyer will say, well, if he's only guilty of prostitution, that shouldn't face the time that they're facing and time served and all that. Like, you know, I don't know. I did not take the time to really dive in deep into the Diddy freak offs.
I mean, we did when it first hit because it was huge news, you know, and Cassie Ventura, she was one of the first women to like really come out, and then more women started coming out, and then the video released of Diddy, I think it was her, where he hit her in the hotel or hotel hallway and like dragged her.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Listen, the thing is like, we've talked about how the byproduct of like money and power and influence can turn just people into horrible people, like non-normal people. Like if you want to get your freak on and have a little bit of a consensual orgy, I don't see anything wrong with that. Go for it. You want to have people have sex with each other that are consenting to this action? Go for it. You're rich and famous. I'm sure you can find plenty of girls that are willingly going to do that. But then to leverage those women to use them, it is a like money and power virus kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Did you see the people outside the courthouse?
Yeah,
were
dousing themselves in baby
oil?
Crazy. This is my point. It's nuts. It's like, dude, you heard all the stories and what these people were saying.
Saw the video of it, man.
Yeah, and like you're out there like cheering this on.
Why
like,
did they do that?
Because like
probably for attention, dude.
Well, like the joke is because he had all of that baby oil when they raided his house, so like they're celebrating in a sense of like with baby oil
that he got convicted.
He got acquitted.
Oh,
they're celebrating him getting acquitted.
Oh,
yeah. Anyways, that
was just my news.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom split.
Love is dead.
Love is dead.
Damn.
Apparently, when she went to space and came back and said, "You don't know love," well, then Orlando Bloom hasn't been in space, so you don't know love.
So you don't know love, yeah.
You don't know love. So they're splitting up, but apparently, funny story is that both of their PR people for both people, because they won't say anything public if asked a question about their splits, but their PR people are like,
They're
going at
talking.
Oh, okay.
No, like the PR people are throwing allegations to each other, but like them individually are not saying anything about the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Which, yeah, I mean, like Katy Perry. Listen, love her or hate her, she can be annoying, but she is a fine piece of ass.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Attractive lady.
She is extremely fine. So
She had America in a vice
dude,
for like a summer, for like a
dude.
2-3 years.
Yeah. Here's an interesting story that you won't be too interested in, but I will say this because we did talk about Nepo babies earlier. Stop killing games. Do you know what this is?
I do.
Okay. So to explain it to you, it's a Consumer Protection Act. Okay. Basically saying that if
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
We live in a society right now where a lot of things you think you're buying, you're not, you're leasing. You're buying access to something. And for software, it's been like that for a long, long time. You do not own Windows. You pay for the right to use Windows. When Windows is no longer supported, it's just not there and you don't own it. Games, though, a lot of video games have turned into what's called a live service model, which is you're not buying a physical or ownership stake in this game. You are buying the right to use the game while we support it. What this guy is trying to do through the EU and the United Kingdom, he's trying to get the politicians talking about the preservation of games that we pay for. If I give this company $70 for this game, I should be able to play this game whenever I want, even after 10, 15 years is gone. It's a Games Preservation Act. It's a Consumer Protection Act. What's happening right now is that if they stop supporting the game, it's just
You can't play it
inaccessible.
anymore.
You can't play it anymore.
So your $50 or now $70 or $80 essentially goes
was
down the drain.
wasted.
Yeah.
You know. So what they did was propose that you need to give access to the individuals that purchased your game in some way. Like allow us to make our own private servers, allow us to have like a single player version of the game so we can still play it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for people to give money for stuff. This dude, Pirate Software, who is a complete knob, and it's just taking people this long to figure this out, he is indeed a Nepo baby. He got his early access to Blizzard Entertainment because his dad worked for Blizzard. So he got to start off as a tester. And like, I'm not saying that the guy hasn't put work into what he does. He knows how to code.
Built a huge channel for himself.
Built a huge channel. But he is a douchebag. And like, you can clearly tell when this guy talks that he's a douchebag. And I don't know why anyone. Anyways, he started attacking the Stop Killing Games. They had basically to the end of this month to hit 1 million signatures from people in the EU only in order to get this conversation started. It was pretty much dead in the water. Okay. And that's because Thor from Pirate Software basically misinterpreted the law.
Yeah, and he was ripping it
He was ripping it publicly and toxically for a long time. But dude, he just did not understand. He did not understand what the law was going to be. Okay. Moist Critical, Asmongold, fucking all of these big people, Phil DeFranco, did videos saying this guy does not understand what they're talking about. Like he doesn't understand what he's telling people actively to not support. Okay. And then instead of just being like, hey man, I got it wrong, he's tripling and quadrupling down. But that coverage brought it past the $1 million mark yesterday. It hit. Not only did it hit in the EU, it hit in the United Kingdom as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks for being a douche, because I'm so sick and tired of us not like
having to own anything.
We don't own it. Even our switches that we bought. It's like they can brick it whenever they want. If they just feel like you're using it inappropriately, they will brick your machine. Even if I gave them $500 for it, I'm just basically leasing the right to use that machine.
Even the video games now. You type in a code and it's just your right to play it.
Yeah.
You don't get to actually own it. There's no hard copy anymore. That's why it's so important. I still think it's important to buy DVDs, buy CDs, own your music, own your entertainment.
This is one of the reasons why emulation and ROMs and shit, I'm not morally against in any way. I think you should support the people that you want to support, that make the things that you want to make. I've gone on rants about all these people bitching about not being able to steal Netflix access is so stupid to me. But I also feel like if you give money for something, you should have access to it. So it's just it's like a no-brainer. The big beautiful bill passed.
Triple B's. Yep.
You want to shed some light on that, Elliot?
Well, I haven't read it. It's about 1,000 pages. I know, and I'm sure a lot of us have seen coverage of this. It passed the House, it then passed the Senate.
Went back to the House.
It went back to the House for revisions, and then it looked like it wasn't going to pass because it got to the point where 5 Republican representatives were saying no, and then that led the Speaker to hold it open, essentially for as long as it took for them to get the deals done in order to get every other Republican to vote yay on it rather than nay. And now I believe it is getting signed today, 4th of July. And there's going to be a huge add to our tax deficit. I think it's $3.5 trillion.
That's the first 8 years. They're saying overall it will add $5 trillion to our deficit.
There is no tax on tips and overtime, but that ends in 2028. There is going to be cuts to Medicaid. There's going to be cuts to SNAP. There's going to be...
Let me just boil down the way that I see it.
Mm-hmm. And ICE is getting, I think, $150 billion, and they're going to be the highest, they're going to be the most paid law enforcement in the country.
So here's the way I see it. The first time President Trump, and before I even say this, because we have to do this every fucking time, I don't like any of the politicians, okay? Period. First time Trump was president, they did massive tax breaks for the richest among us. This time they're doing it again through this bill, literally taking healthcare, Social Security, VA benefits. They are stripping big chunks of these things in order to give richest among us more tax breaks. That's it. That's all this is. This is all a way to take from poor people and give to rich people. That's literally all it is. We'll get fucked as the middle class. The whole weight of running everything will go on our backs. They are completely and utterly just trying to hoard. And it's so clear what they're doing. That's what their big accomplishment was the first time around. The big accomplishment was that tax break that came to the richest among us. And they did it again. But this time they did it by taking from poor people. So, and people on, fixed income, Social Security, stuff like that. They're taking medical coverage away from people.
Yeah, I think they said, and you can correct me in the chat. I believe they said, I think it was 17 million Americans are set to be uninsured after this.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this is our priority and that people who are not even aware of any of this. Like, there was a dude that was going around asking people about the big, beautiful bill. And they were talking about, it was like a multi-layered interview, but he was asking people about the things that Trump has said in the past on record about people in the military and how he just doesn't really respect them and all this. And they're like, he supports people in the military. JD Vance is a veteran. And he's like, yeah, but why are they cutting all those resources from the VA? And they're all, he's not. Oh, he definitely fucking is.
They're both clowns.
He definitely fucking is. So go ahead and live in the reality that you want to, but it's very clear what's going on. Look past the propaganda bullshit. What are they doing? They're taking from people that have little to give to people that have more. They did it the first time. They're doing it this time. It's not something we should be celebrating. It's fucking ridiculous that people actually go like, yay! fuck you.
Yeah.
And the fucking alligator Alcatraz bullshit and how Laura Loomer's out there like celebrating the ideas of immigrants getting eaten by alligators is the dumbest, most non-Christian shit I have ever seen my whole life. These people are grifters, dude.
But most Christians will say that they're Republicans. So read,
I don't
read your
think
Bible.
I think I'm going to say something that's a hot take. MAGA isn't Republican. Republicans are
Yeah.
Republicans.
Yeah.
MAGA is a cult of personality.
Yeah.
Like, you can be a conservative Republican and vote for Trump because he is a conservative Republican. But people that are diehard MAGA, it is more of, I'm not going to say cult, but it
kind of is.
It's kind of cultish because if you criticize Trump or anything that he does when it's fair, I think a lot of people criticize Trump when it's not fair as well. But most of the time, if there's a fair criticism, you're attacking them because that's their personality. Their personality is them being MAGA. That's like it. That's the
It's
thing.
their whole personality.
It's the whole personality. So if you do that, you're attacking them, and then they get really no. They'll triple down. They won't listen to any rational anything. There are Republicans that usually will vote Republican no matter what, but I think these are two separate things.
Yeah.
It's just like if you are independent or you lean left, you can't be categorized as a socialist Democrat because you're like, I'm not though. Like, I lean left, but I don't think that we should have a socialist structure or a free market capitalist society. And I believe in capital punishment like that. You can't lump people in the two extremes, but the two extremes clearly is MAGA, democratic socialists, or communists in general. So I don't know, man. How this plays out, who knows? The last time he was president, I made the most money I ever made my whole life. It was during COVID, and they just tanked rates, and everyone was making tons of money, and it was fine. But then it fucking dumped all over us when the change of the guard came in, and we've been struggling since. And I don't think taking from people now to give to the people that don't need is the way to do it. Now, here's the other thing. If you look at those numbers, they're estimating that 68% of the people that are going to be affected most by this are his own constituents, his own voters. This is going to hit people in red states that are poor states that voted for him. So,
Same with all the representatives that voted yays on it.
Oh, dude, there's pollsters that are coming out that are like good bipartisan polls that are saying that this is practically going to cost all those people the midterms that voted for this. It's going to be now how this pans out, who knows? But taking from poor people to give to rich people is disgusting, in my opinion, especially people that don't need it. If you're a billionaire, you don't need it. I don't give a fuck. You can be rich and not need poor people's medical insurance money. It's ridiculous. Anyways, let's end with something good. So we're going to take one more break. Come right back.
Final break.
Final break.
And then fun stuff, we promise.
Yeah, fun stuff. We're going to do reaction roulette. Okay. And then I'm going to wax poetic about a book that I feel like everyone should read because I cried 15 times listening to this thing. And we're going to do that next. What's up? This is Drew from the Do Over Podcast. And I'm going to tell you right now, I lean on expertise. Why? Because it saves me money. Here's a true story. When I first got into cameras, I watched a couple of videos online, did a Google search, thought I was buying the right thing, went and invested almost $1,000 into my very first camera, realized quickly it was not the right thing, went to Horn Photo, got it all in line, and then boom, I'm on my journey to actually being a photographer. And throughout the years, I've really leaned on Horn Photo as being one of those outlets that we are so lucky to have right here in the Central Valley. And they are the official equipment sponsor of the Do Over Podcast. They're right there in the Bellagio. All you have to do is walk in, tell them that the Do Over sent you, and they will get you right on track. Maybe you're trying to take stills, do creative content, you want to do live streaming, whatever it is, they have a camera for you. They also do printing services, restoration services, anything that has to do with photography. Horn Photo has your back. Once again, it's right there in the Bellagio. And there's a reason why Horn Photo has been in business for as long as they have. They've been making memories last since 1937.
This break is brought to you by Frank Sierra Finish Carpentry and Sierra Door Supply, providing and installing all your doors, custom closets, and decorative molding needs. Now, just a little pro tip, we've had the luxury of working with Frank Sierra, and I gotta tell you, their work perfect every time and incredibly fast and consistent. So whether you're in Tulare, Kern, Kings, and Fresno counties, the Sierras will come to you and offer excellent customer service and experience. Give a call to Anthony Sierra, your friendly neighborhood finish carpenters, for a free quote today at 559-623-3054. Thanks again for supporting the Do Over podcast.
Ready? Here we go.
I'm struggling.
Jess.
Let's go to reaction roulette. Or
My allergies are kicking my anal cavity.
all right, you could have just said tuchus, buttocks, rump.
My butthole.
My booty hole.
Okay,
All right. What's this?
This is very 4th of July. It looks like.
Okay.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you
Shout out to the guy still trying to help him, even though.
Yeah.
That's my
No.
dad's favorite video of all time. So every July 3rd, I tell him to leave
Really?
cookies and milk out. For
Okay.
Terry.
Here's an update from the Big Mac in 1 minute episode. This is Matt Stoney, professional eater Matt Stoney, who we
Big
did
Mac in
interview.
under a minute challenge. So got the timer, got a Big Mac. Let's go.
That actually looks like a pretty big Mac.
One.
Man eats like a duck, dude.
How do they eat without anything to drink?
Is he chewing or just swallowing?
I think he's mainly swallows.
He just
That was in 20 seconds.
he did it again with drink, got it under 10.
Time. 25 seconds.
Dude, one of these motherfuckers are gonna die doing this.
Dude, I don't know. I'm so invested in some of these guys, though. I don't know why, but I'm so terrified they're going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid, like, this is the video they died with, but then I remember they wouldn't have been able
Yeah,
to post
put
it
a-
if they
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
die.
Yeah.
This is kind of just funny.
Are these the slap guys again?
Yeah, but I just wanted to show
dude,
this
they're back.
Because watch, this guy's got mad hops for his size. Look at this. Wow.
What?
Yeah, dude.
That's
They're-
like, he jumped pretty freaking high,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was super into the sport. This sport took over my life for like a month.
Oh.
Look,
I think this is their guy. I think this is their like Michael Jordan.
Oh, is it?
He
There's
just
one.
slaps people.
So it's like a slapping match in like I believe Pakistan and India. I think
Yeah.
it's big. And these guys slap the hell out of each
It's like a
other.
slap fight.
chest. Yeah. But there's one guy in particular who is far and above the most athletic human being in that like country.
Is it him?
It might be
It
him.
might be
I mean,
him.
look what he's doing. He's like, whoa.
And like he'll do like Superman slaps while everybody else is just slapping back and
Right.
forth. But
Look
this guy, yeah.
He's like a frog.
dude, that's
Dude's my
crazy.
Dude's my goat for real.
That's like a 5-foot vert.
Yeah.
Like to jump that high. Anyways, all right, what else do we got?
Ask 25 black people. Name a black superhero who doesn't have the word black in it or an electric-based power. No.
I'm going Cyborg. Sorry.
Cyborg. Not having an electric-based power.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's all electricity. That's not electric base.
He is a computer, sir. What you got from it?
I'm going with Spawn.
Spawn.
okay.
That's a correct answer, by the way.
Mm.
What
But it
the
wasn't.
fuck?
They didn't say it.
He has an electric base power. Get the fuck out of here.
Does have an electric-based power.
god, man.
Dude, it's true though.
Blank man.
No.
Yo, what the fuck? Nah, son. Nah, yo, it ain't 5 of them. It ain't.
There's a lot of them.
They all electric. War Machine.
Oh, dude.
He's
Not popular
I
enough,
guess he's
man.
got
Yeah, he's a machine.
He's a machine. I swear to God, this does not count. I'm saying Storm because her power is weather. That's electric. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What if she uses wind? Shuri?
Hell no, she's the Black Panther.
Oh yeah, damn.
There will be 0 points awarded in this round.
Oh shit!
Like
We
his
asked
mustache
25
is
black
falling
people to
off.
Name a black superhero who doesn't have the word black in it,
about to be some
or
bullshit.
an electric-based power.
It's gonna be
This is
bullshit.
embarrassing.
It's gonna be
Number 5.
Nick Fury.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4.
Blade.
All right.
Number 3.
This is a little embarrassing.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, nigga.
Number 2. Sam Wilson. Captain America.
Falcon.
He's black in America. Nah, fuck that.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
John Stewart.
Between us,
Spawn was the correct answer.
between us girls, I was struggling there. I thought this would be a fun activity we could do.
Let's do it.
Orc. What the? So it's a bell game, and so like you got to hold like powder in, and if any of your powder goes out, you get a knob. So you play this bell game.
You thought we could play this?
I thought it'd be funny. We don't have to use a bell. So
What are they blowing out?
it's like black chalk or black powder, just to see if you like spit.
One of us, we would choke on that shit.
Oh my god!
Okay, Orc, pause it. So the original video, they took them down on TikTok. I was super bummed about it. They did it with a whip.
Oh, did they?
And she gets him like 4 times straight
No
with a
way.
whip, all in like the same calf. And then there's another like spectator guy watching. He gets straight fire and she whips and it just hits him on the forehead. Dude, it is so funny. But they like take the videos down. So now everybody's like clipping them.
I don't know about the chalk in the mouth though.
No.
No, but I mean, like you could get like one of those tin foil like lid things and bonk them
Right.
instead. So it's not like a belt to the back.
Right. All right. What is it?
What's this? Oh no. The old Dutch oven. Okay. Have you guys seen these?
Why do you have like 5 angles of this?
Do you have
by the
like? Well, I didn't know which one to send, so I just sent all of them.
way? Okay, so we only need to do one of these.
So this is it's Indonesian rowing,
Okay.
and these kids are just sauced out of their garb or farming. Take it away, Orc. This kid's such a Chad. Hang on. He hits. Does he hit him with the point? Yeah. Dude, this kid's so chill. Dude, I don't know why it is, but
Why do you love that so much? Look, here's.
we can't get copyright in here. But dude, all these kids do it though. All
What?
these kids are hitting
But
the poses.
honestly, like
He's like, I want him to be my
You're
friend.
talking main character. That's main character.
Mhm.
That kid right there.
Nick's nicknames for a friend named Andrew. Oh,
Your
God.
friend named Andrew. Landry. Andy Kane. Drool.
Drool.
Supply and Demandrew. Androgynous. Deja Drew. Sipping on gin Andrews. Delusions of Grandrew. Just go with the middle bit. Call him Doctor. Andromeda. One Night Standrew. Android. Ew. Scooby Dooby Drew. Drewshbag. Drewbacca. You can't handle the Drew.
Okay, that
These
one's
are
a bit of a
nicknames for
stretch.
your friend
Some
named
of those are
Andrew.
bangers.
Yeah.
Landry.
Yeah, I want it.
Andy Kane. Drool.
You know what I don't
Supply and
like?
Demandrew.
We can go ahead and pause it.
Androgynous. Deja Drew.
I like Deja Drew.
What I don't like is that I have not thought of like 10 of those,
yeah.
which pisses me off.
Yeah.
Which one's your least favorite? Would it be Drool?
Doctor.
Doctor.
I kind of liked Doctor.
Doctor?
Girlfriend is weirder than you are. Okay.
Okay.
Can't hear it.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh my god, why?
Got those walrus. He got the walrus noodles right there.
Okay. Is that it?
I think that's everything. Yeah, because I think I sent the same
Oh,
five.
okay, wait.
I think I sent the 5
All right.
kids.
So this is just an interesting story. It's about 60 seconds long. Go ahead and press play.
A 36-year-old man named Gary Gilmore walked towards an abandoned canned food factory in Draper, Utah. Gary was surrounded on all sides by guards because they were afraid that Gary might try to run, but Gary was not about to run. And what he saw was this big, cavernous, open space with no equipment in it and one chair pushed up against the far back wall. Gary knew he was supposed to sit in that chair. And then when he reached the chair, he sat down. The guards that had walked him in began strapping his wrists and his ankles to this chair. Gary didn't put up a fight. And on the far side of this factory was one other thing inside of the space. It was like this big curtain that was protecting something on the other side. He saw there were 5 evenly spaced cutouts across the curtain. And even though Gary couldn't actually see anything in any of these cutouts, he knew what was behind them. He knew that at each station, there was a police officer armed with a They were the firing squad that Gary himself had requested. Gary was a convicted murderer, and he had been sentenced to death just a few months earlier. And immediately after the sentencing, his mother, along with the American Civil Liberties Union, had lobbied to try to change the sentence and make it a life sentence instead. But he actually did not want that. And so instead, he had basically pushed to go forward with his execution. He wanted to die by firing squad, and that had been granted to him. And then the chaplain came over and read Gary his last rites. And then after that, he asked Gary if he had anything else he wanted to say. And Gary looked up at the chaplain and just said, "Let's do it." And so the chaplain backed off, signaled to the firing squad that Gary was ready. And then once everything was in place, poked through the 5 holes in the curtain, and they fired. Shortly after, Gary was dead. 10 years after Gary's execution in 1987, a young marketing executive named Dan Wyden was having a meeting with his colleagues at his company's headquarters in Portland, Oregon. So Dan actually owned this marketing agency, and his company had recently signed this new client. It was a small business with a lot of promise. They needed a strong marketing campaign to really get them off the ground and sort of begin to make them a household name. And so for hours, they sat there pitching different ideas, but nothing really felt right. He suddenly has this epiphany. He just randomly found himself thinking about the execution of Gary Gilmore 10 years earlier, death by firing squad. It was all over the news. And Dan, like his colleagues, had certainly kept up with that story. It was a big deal at the time. He remembered a very particular detail about the execution that for whatever reason just felt like, oh my goodness, we can use that to market this brand. Dan would take a well-known detail from the execution of Gary Gilmore, he would tweak it slightly, and he would use it to fuel this advertising campaign for the small business. And it would work amazingly. It literally doubled this company's business practically overnight. And this campaign, it featured a slogan that has since become arguably one of, if not the most famous slogans for any business in the entire world. The slogan that Dan created was based directly on Gary Gilmore's final words: "Just do it." Dan's client, that small business, was Nike.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
That you found inspiration in the last words of a dude that's about to get, and look how successful they are, which is absolutely crazy.
Back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse.
All right. Let's go ahead and go to what we watched and get the hell on out of here.
All right.
I'm going to start with mine.
Okay.
Because it's not technically something I watched.
Okay.
Something I listened to.
Something you're going to watch.
What?
It's going to be a movie.
Well, yeah. It's going to be a movie.
It's going to be something you're going to watch.
Look, we talked about it during Taps and Takes, which is live now. I'm just going to say, bro, Project Hail Mary is one of the most fantastic books I've ever read. And I'm saying read, but I listened to the audiobook, so I don't think you should be able to claim that you read, but for simplicity's sake, let's just say read. Okay?
I'm well read.
It is so good and done in a way that the things that I'm frustrated about with our planet right now and media and everything, if we were facing a legitimate apocalyptic level event and we only had one chance of doing this correct, how would the world be? And it beautifully illustrates that. And there's a dude, to give you an idea, he's a microbiologist. He's just basically a teacher. This problem comes up. He helps figure out some things that are wrong with this problem. They have to send him 12 light years away in order to see what the solution to this problem is. And he meets an alien. And the scientific process of even just understanding the alien
Yeah, you got to learn how to communicate with this thing.
and how they go about it is completely plausible. And it's a beautiful story of cooperation and the greater good. And it's fucking moving. It is moving. I cried so many times listening to this, like tear up, but the end fucked me up beyond belief. I feel like I am better as a person now because I read this story, and I believe everyone should. And it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a Ryan Gosling movie.
Yep. Goss Man.
Which I hope that they portray the book correctly to understand the stakes and the sense of wonder and awe about meeting an alien and how big that is. And not only meeting an alien, but also realizing I'm an alien to him, right?
We are aliens.
I'm a weird sack of water to him, right? Like I'm abnormal. Like these things, just the way it's done, it like fucked me up so bad. And the end is, I'm not going to say it's a happy ending. It is a satisfying ending.
That's good.
Like the ending is satisfying.
You were happy that with the ending rather than the ending is a happy ending.
I'm happy
Gotcha.
with the ending.
Good.
So if you ever have time to listen to this, maybe when you're driving to school and back, Elliot, you should definitely listen to this. It is fantastic, dude. And I can't wait for the movie. It's a day one for me, dude.
Yeah.
Day one. Day one.
All right. Jess, did you watch anything?
Breaking Amish.
Ooh, do tell.
I have a current obsession with the Amish culture.
Fair enough.
Because my grandparents are Mennonite, which is pretty close to
It's like Amish. It's like Amish Zero.
Yes. And in the first season of Breaking Amish, because I started from the very beginning, there's a Mennonite girl. And I'm like, oh my God.
Are they like, don't talk to her?
She's mean.
She's the Mennonite girl.
Well, they're super accepting of her, but she's
okay.
like
That's
allowed
good.
to drive a car. The others like can't drive a car. They're very much like one of the guys is like, oh, if I'm gonna help you cook dinner or do your laundry, you better close the curtains. Like that's so embarrassing. Like I don't want anyone to see me doing such things. And like men don't do any of the household
Any of the
anything.
female work?
Nothing.
Yeah.
And the women do
Sounds pretty good.
everything.
Not a
Oh
bad
my
life.
God, totally.
It's a simple life.
I'm not going to say
Mhm.
this is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go back to that.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad life.
It's pretty interesting. I highly recommend. And the fact that like I said, there's a whole community near Old Town
Why is it
Clovis.
called Breaking Amish? What are they
There's
doing?
like 4 or 5, probably 5 people in the community that I don't know how it happened, but they got approached by TLC to see if they wanted to try out living in New York for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think. Well,
yeah,
so
it's Rumspringa.
yeah, they get like
Mhm.
Do you know about Rumspringa?
No.
they get a year to basically leave the community to live normal lives.
They force them
Mhm.
to do it to make sure that their dedication to the Amish culture is what they want. It's
Oh.
called Rumspringa.
I see the show made it seem like it was like it's so taboo that they're doing it, and like all their families are so disappointed, like they get banished. It's like a
Mhm.
whole thing.
So they
it might be
probably
different.
so they might
Yeah.
have decided like I don't want to go back
Yeah,
to
they
the
don't wanna
Amish
go back.
community.
yeah.
Which is a thing.
That happens.
But dude, when they had those Amish shows in the beginning when they were doing Rumspringa,
Mhm.
immediately they're smoking and drinking.
Oh
and
yeah, they are
like
partying.
like they are partying hard.
Oh, one of the girls
immediately.
like has a DUI already. Like she's heavily drinking. It's very interesting.
just a little banky.
No, that movie Sex Drive did have like one of the buddies ends up becoming Amish because
Oh, yeah.
he falls in love with an Amish girl.
Spoilers, Elliot.
It's been out for like 15 years.
No. Anyways,
2 things. One great, one dumb great. First thing great, Dan to Dan season 2 just dropped.
Yeah.
It's very good. Of course it is. Love Island USA season 7.
oh god.
These people hate each other. These people do not like each other. Girl code is dead. The guys don't like each other. The relationships don't like each other.
Yep.
And these
Mhm.
girls are so unbelievably petty. And there's like this clique of 3. And I Hate to say it, because Queen Orlandria has unfortunately fallen into some rough times.
I don't know what that is, Elliot.
You will when you watch it. She was so regal, but she's just, she really fumbled.
Regal? Did he just use the word regal?
Because she has a very, like, regal presence. She feels
Her
very...
aura is regal.
Like a movie theater? Like Regal movie theater?
Like Regal Cinemas.
Sure.
Like Regal Cinemas?
I mean, those are nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she just let the toxicity get to her, man.
Is this... Okay, you're talking about Love Island and the final season of The Bear, or not the final.
I started season 3 of The Bear, too. Excellent.
You haven't watched season 3?
No.
The fuck?
I'm watching it now.
Season 4 of The Bear comes out, and you're
No,
over
it's
here.
out already.
I know it's comes out, meaning like it came out, and you were here talking about Love Island, fool.
You act like, okay.
Don't even.
No, I'm going to.
Don't even with me.
I'm going to, because
Don't even
Jess,
with me.
is there not mandatory boyfriend TV?
There is, like, minus Breaking Amish.
Yeah.
Is
And
Love Island.
Mine is Love Island. And you know what? I hate to say it. Kind of love it.
Okay,
I've fallen in love with Love Island.
listen.
It's horrible. I know it's horrible. It's probably lowering my IQ
Okay.
when I need the most IQ as possible.
Yeah. Off of her.
But here we go.
Okay. We're going to end on that. I will say this. Enjoy your 4th of July. You're watching this on Wednesday. But everyone in Twitch chat, big shout out to Orky.
Big shout out. You've got a big episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For our brand new
Stickers
and emoticons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Our emotes. You should go ahead and tool around with those
Also-
if you're subbed.
Check out Orc Show. Band show.
Yep.
July 31st. Goldstein's in Tower. Be there.
We gonna
And if
be
you're
there?
not,
I think we're going to be there.
if you're not there, Orc's going to be really sad. Put sad Orc cam on.
Sad Orcam right here. I also want to say that I bought a bunch of fireworks this time around. I got like the big ones that last long.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give you an update on that next week.
Super funsies.
Oh, we forgot to talk about that firework factory that exploded.
We could do that next week.
No, it defeats the point now. A firework place exploded. There's your last news story.
So, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We love you. Make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friend.
Support
Patreon
our
people,
advertisers.
you're going to be getting those brand new shirts starting Monday. We're going to be sending those out. So
Shout out Groggs. Shout out Browns. Brown Sales.
Every single sponsor that we got, we love you.
We love
Thank
you.
you for the support. Jess, where can people find you?
At Jess Schmidt Hair, 2 S's, not 3.
Hang on. I'm going to hit him with a, we love you.
And
We love
at Sirens and Sage Beauty for anybody that wants to follow my
Are you
salon.
jam packed back to back to back? Do you have any room for new clients?
No. But
She's
feel free
jam-packed.
to,
Inquire,
yes.
because what she does like is money.
I do. Feel free to Venmo me at Jess Schmidt Hair on Venmo.
Okay, Elliot.
I wish I should do that more. No. Find me at Elliot Cams on Twitter. Find me at ElliotJams13 on the gram. Find me floating around Santa Clara if you want. I don't know. Actually, don't do that. It's kind of stalkerish. But if you say hi, say hi.
It would be funny if me and Jess like randomly dropped in on Elliot in class.
Oh, before we go, shout out to the guy at the boardwalk that I saw the other week. You're Chad.
Did he recognize you?
Yeah, he said, hey, do over or the old show? And I was like, do over. Better watch. And he was like, I'm watching every week, son.
Hells yeah!
That's
And then we
cute.
went on
That's
the
right.
Giant Dipper,
Together, and then
holding
maybe
hands.
Did you?
dipped each other a little bit.
Oh
Anyways,
my god.
Time for fucking shut up.
Off of her.
Happy 4th.
Yeah.
Don't burn.
Happy 4th,
Blow your
Fourth of
hand
July.
off.
Okay,
Keep your hands.
Snoop Dogg it. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
D-O
double. Until next week.
Gotta go love everybody.
Bye.
Subscribe.